Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
All right, here live in Linton, Indiana, where the Linton Miners and the North Decatur Chargers are going to do battle tonight. This is Chris Caney alongside Matt Morris. We are at Roy Williams Field. Matt, not the Roy Williams from North Carolina, but the Roy Williams from Southern Indiana.
Yes, sir. We're here. We're live. We're outside. We're in the elements. The band's about ready to play their pregame music here. I guess we're about ready for national anthem, aren't they? The Miners are on the field. It's 8:36. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I wonder, it is homecoming here tonight, folks, so bear with us on that a little bit. Maybe there's going to be some festivities pregame. We don't know for sure. Beautiful facility down here, Matt. Very nice field. Looks very plush out there. And big crowd here already is, as you can see, I'll pan around the field here. But
can we get somebody from the truck to pan around and show the scenery there?
They don't just sit in the stands here. They sit on the ends of the field, too, as well. So it's going to be a big crowd here tonight. Homecoming will bring them in, and this is also a very quality football team this year. They were the state runner-ups last year in 2A football, and year in and year out, they have a good program down here, Matt, and this year is no different. We'll go through a couple of their key players here in a little bit. But they got a coach's son that plays really all over the field. Going to see him play quarterback and maybe in the slot some too. And he's about a 6'3", 225-pound kid and committed to Indiana State. And he looks every bit the part, Matt, from standing on the field.
I made a comment. I'd watched them on their news highlights, and he looks like a Division I caliber football player, size and athleticism. And then when you watch some of the stuff he does on the football field. North Decatur's got their hands full tonight, Chris. I think this minor football team has got some dudes in the skilled positions. They're not going to be the biggest, most athletic group. Maybe I shouldn't say most athletic, but they're not going to be the biggest group on paper that we're going to meet in the trenches. But we have our hands full taking care of two of these skilled positions, at number 13 and number 6. That is the coach's son, Paul Oliver, that you mentioned, 6'4", 225 pounds. Number 6, Russell Goodman, also a senior, 6'3", 210 pounds.
Yeah, and just going over some things with Coach earlier in the week, and this is going to be a very hard-hitting team. It's going to be a lot of physicality that we ran into last week at Switzerland County, but a lot of good athletes on this team too. So we're going to do the national anthem here. We'll take a quick break. We'll keep it live here, but Matt and I are going to go silent. So we'll be back after the national anthem.
That was well done by those guys. And now we've got the national anthem under our belts. 4:24 remain in the pregame as the Miners take back through the tunnel. And Chris, we were talking just a little bit about this team that we're getting ready to square off in, and I think athleticism is going to be key word all night long. I think it's going to be one of the more athletic, disciplined football teams we see all year.
Yeah, it's a senior tenured coach here. He's been here, I think, 13 years or so, and he's got his brand of football here and has been very, very successful with his brand of football. So it's going to be a very athletic team. It's going to be a hard-hitting team, physical team, and it's going to be a very disciplined team. So North Decatur is going to have their hands full.
I'll throw this out there. You mentioned his tenure. He's been here 13 years. He's won 129 games and only lost 30 games in 13 years. They've made several appearances to the state finals. Just last year, their most recent, as they fell to Adams Central, and they are the state runners-up. They do lose a few key players from that team, most notably their quarterback, and I think that's what they're trying to sort out here between the coach's son, Oliver, and the Goodman kid. Both kids, Chris, get this, both kids have had on the season through 5 games. They've both posted 300 yards on the ground or near it. They've rushed for 300 yards. They've thrown for over 100 yards apiece, and they have received for over 100 yards apiece, and they've each thrown for about 200 yards.
Yeah.
So when you put 2 of those kids on the field, that's a handful. Well, I think one other notable thing in the statistics column that you want to pay attention to is they're going to come out here in this ace double wing formation all night long and be very, very disciplined, maybe not real fancy, not going to throw the ball a lot. But they have got 4 kids that have rushed the ball over 30 times this year.
Yeah.
And that's hard to pick up.
Yeah, and you know what it's going to be, Matt, is they do a lot of misdirection. We've seen them down here at the 20-yard line warming up, and they're very crisp with it. No matter which guy is under center, they can handle the ball very well. And the Chargers, again, are going to have to be on top of their game here tonight. But this is the kind of opponents that we want to play. We want to play these teams that are tough. They get you ready for the postseason, and I think North Decatur's up to the task tonight. I think they're ready to go. It was a good ride down here, from what I was told. No problems, and
from what you were told.
Yeah,
no feedback from the back seat.
No, we followed the team in, and they got here. Coach wanted to be here at 5:15. They rolled in at 5:10. So 5 minutes ahead is always a good thing, Matt.
Yeah. It is a playoff atmosphere here tonight as the Miners are celebrating homecoming here this evening. And they do the lawn chair game pretty hard here. They got both end zones filled up with lawn chairs, and the stands aren't super big. There's only about 15, 20 rows on the home side, and there's probably about 10 or 12 over on the visitor side. But we're looking forward to a good football game, and this is a true test for this 5-0 Chargers team. They're going to earn it if they go to 6-0 tonight.
That's right. That's exactly right. And again, that's what we want to see. You got to play teams that are at your caliber, and this team is definitely there.
We've talked about this too before, Chris, but, ball control possession games, North Decatur's putting up 43 points a game, 18 in the first and 13 forward and 7. Linton Stockton's just a 28-point per game ball club, but you look down through their statistics as a team, and they match up pretty well with North Decatur. As far as total yards, around 300 total yards of the team per game. Passing, rushing, all lines up pretty well. 331 versus 328 on total. Rushing yards 250 versus our 190. Passing yards, now they don't throw it as often. They throw the ball 78 yards a game, and we're logging 140. At the end of the day, total yards are almost identical. We win the point column. So on paper, these two teams are very, very close. And again, we'll keep a close eye on some of their studs. I will draw attention to a couple defensive players. I'm going to note both sides of the football here. Harold Miner. Who's Harold Miner?
Well, he used to play for USC many years ago. Didn't they call him Baby Jordan?
He was a good dude. Anyway, the Miners have 2 kids that we haven't mentioned on the defensive side of the ball, and they're brothers. We got brothers Larisons. They've got brothers Andrews. I believe it's Corbin and Colton, maybe. Anyway, one's a senior, one's a sophomore, but they lead the team in tackles. The senior's 43 tackles. He's a 250-pound linebacker, and he's a dude. He's out there in the captain's meeting, number 42. That is a big dude in the middle of the field for them. And then that sophomore brother of his has got 32 tackles on the year. I did want to say something on our side of the defensive side of the football, though, Chris. Maybe a unheralded defensive player for North Decatur. As I was pulling up the stats here, you know what 29 does on defense. You see it, right? But our charger position is having a whale of a season, and Hunter Meister, who's actually leading the team with tackles more than Corbin Thacker. He's got 24 solos, 5 assists for 29 totals. But here's a kicker, Chris. He's got 8 tackles for a loss from the strong safety position.
Yeah, and Hunter's really come on strong his senior year. There's no doubt about it. He's also very effective at the tight end position on the offensive side of the football. And here's what it is. You know, we talk about it week to week. It's going to be interesting to see who controls the line of scrimmage. North Decatur has controlled the line of scrimmage many, many times this year. And it's going to be a battle down in there tonight. You're going to see a fast, hard-hitting, physical football team here tonight in both the Chargers and the Miners, and it's going to be fun to watch. I think it's critical that North Decatur gets off to a good start, and that we stay right in there right from the beginning, maybe go down and put points on the board and get this thing out and with a bang.
All right, we're getting very, very close. The clock's been reset to 12 minutes. Just a real quick thank you to our first quarter sponsors, Kennelly & Daughters, powered by teamwork, driven to shine. At Kennelly & Daughters Car Wash, we're proud to support our local athletes and the spirit of teamwork on and off the field. With our premium graphene protection, your car stays looking its best no matter how hard you play. Join the Clean Club for unlimited washes all month long. Up to 1 per day, starting at just $24.99. It's fast, local, and built for champions like Chris Caney. Swing by today and visit us online at kdcarwash.com. Let's keep this town shining one car at a time. North Decatur will kick.
All right, so we're going to get the ball to start the second half. So I don't know if we deferred or if they took the ball. I didn't see it at half, but we're going to put Odell right into it here, and hopefully he can drive one deep. He's going to kick to their best player, it looks like, as number 3 is back there deep. That's the Oliver boy. Set to return the kick, and we're live.
The kick goes right to the numbers into the end zone, and we're going to start with the touchback, and that is a great kick by Odell to get this thing underway. Kicked it away from their athletes and put it in the end zone, and that gives our defense a fighting chance here as they're going to start on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice low line drive there as he put it right into the end zone there. Didn't give them an opportunity for return, and the Charger defense is going to get a chance to set the tone here right out of the bat.
Boy, we're down on the 12th row, not our normal Eagle's Nest perch, so it is kind of hard to see where the ball's marked. We'll pay attention to the box, which is on our side of the field. Oliver will be the quarterback in the gun, I believe. Their numbers are hard to read, Chris. The pitch is over to the left-hand side. He's got blocks out in front of him on the sweep, and now he's into the secondary with the safety to beat, and that's Trenkamp and Thackeray that take him down, but not before he picks up 31 yards on first down, and boy, a well-blocked sweep over the left-hand side.
Yeah, no edge set over there. We've got to set that edge right off the bat, Matt, and we did not, and ball is out across midfield already. One play, and they're in Charger territory. So North Decatur here coming out a little flat on that first play, Matt. Got to step it up.
Oliver back at quarterback. He gives it Goodman. Goodman cuts it back on the inside. Trap, and the trip up by Thackeray, I think, saved a touchdown. He got his shoestrings at the 35-yard line, but still, that's a 14-yard pickup. 2 plays, 45 yards so far.
Yeah, and frankly, right now, Matt, it's just too easy. They're just not getting touched till they get into the secondary, and our tacklers in the secondary, Thackeray has made both tackles, and that's when you're playing safety, that's not a good way to start.
You don't want to hear from your safety much. The fake to Goodman, and here's another back. I told you there's 4 of them that have carried 30-plus times. That time, number 27, Aiden Sparks, the senior, and it's just laden with seniors back there. Goodman, Oliver, Sparks. 2 has had a carry. Cooper Smith, he's a senior. So you got 4 athletic dudes back there, 2 wingbacks, the tailback, and a quarterback. And right now, it's all North Decatur wants as they pick up 7 on first down. Brings up second and a long 3. Oliver Going to keep this one himself. Design draw. We do a good job slamming the door that time. Got down there early. That's Simon Barber coming off the edge, wrapping up a leg. Oliver goes down. No gain.
Yeah, and good job there, Barber, coming up and making that tackle. North Decatur already moving more guys up into the box here, and that's what we're going to have to do if we want to shut this running attack down that they've started out with here already. Third down, probably 4-down territory.
It's 3rd and 4. Oliver, they got guys going everywhere, too, in motion. The wide receiver on the far side, that's Oliver Stevens. He got a quick start. And that's a huge penalty on 3rd down. What was 3rd and very manageable is now going to end up being back to 3rd and 10. Caught 3rd and 9.5.
Good discipline in there by our interior lineman, Charlie Palmer, Logan Foster, right over top of the ball there.
Oliver's going to keep it himself over the left-hand side. He's going to get mowed down. Good pursuit as the cavalry arrives, and he's only going to pick up about 3 yards on that play. Give him 4. That's short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 5 here.
Yeah, going to set him up in 4th and 5. So 4th and long. And the Charger defense here is stiffened after the 2 big early plays.
Boy, it came from that interior, too. We had hands on Oliver before he was able to get into the second level. Obviously, he's going to run the ball himself quite a bit tonight, and not rightfully so. He's a big dude. Here we go. We give to a Goodman over the right-hand side. It's short. That's a turnover on downs for the Chargers on their first defensive stand of the night.
All right, so great job there by the Charger D. And now that puts them away on 4th down. Charger offense here now. Let's take control of this thing. Let's put a drive together, go down and score, and get those Miners back on their heels a little bit here. I think they thought after those first couple run plays, Matt, that, hey, this is going to be easy. Chargers kind of settled in there now. Maybe a little bit of nerves working off here now. And we're going to go to this empty back. Oh, no, we got one back there.
Looks like Barber's in the backfield. The give is to Barber over the left-hand side, the little zone play to over the left tackle, and he picks up, he just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, be 2nd and 10.
Goes number 1, Barber. Brought down by number 42, Andrews. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
All right, so North Decatur here, 2nd and 10, no gain on 1st down. If you're just joining us, North Decatur kicked off Miners with a long run and set them up, and then North Decatur holds on 4th down. Set them up 2nd and 10, deep in Miner territory. Excuse me, deep in our own territory.
Yeah, ball at the 27-yard line of North Decatur. Man in motion across the formation goes Murray, and we've got movement on that offensive line caught by the umpire, and that's going to be a 5-yard mark off. It's going to be 2nd and 15, replay the down.
All right, so in the interior there, I think that was on Logan Foster maybe. I didn't see a lot of movement in there. Logan kind of got up and looked, and maybe they didn't call it on him, but nonetheless, the umpire saw something in there.
Got to sustain a drive against this athletic Miners defense. And here comes Oliver on the edge. Got to pick him up. He backs off now. Back to passes Fields. He's going to throw up the sideline. He's got Thackeray. Well played by that corner. The ball was just slightly underthrown and knocked away by Oliver Stevens, the senior cornerback for the Miners.
Yeah, I think, Matthew'd like to have that one back, to be honest with you. He throws that out in Thackeray a little bit. Thackeray had about a step on him there.
Needed some air.
He needed a little more air under it here. And again, Chargers kind of working into things here.
Now a 3rd and 15, deep in their own territory. Be nice to pick up some positive yardage here just to flip the field if we do have to punt. Fields is in the gun. Barber's going to flank him. Thackeray's out on the wing, looking for the slant. Now he's got to pull it down, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. He scampers back to that point. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Fields.
Well, probably not a bad idea there by Fields. They had it covered down the field really well. And instead of putting it into harm's way and throwing it out there, he tucks it down, gets a few yards, gives Tyler Dean enough room to punt back there. Good kick.
Good kick back to the 45-yard line. of Linton Stockton, and only a 6-yard return. They're going to get that on the North Decatur 49-yard line to start this drive.
Punt return by number 7, Stevens.
So both opening drives by either offense falters. One a turnover on downs, the second one punted away by the Chargers. And now Linton Stockton will get their second try from scrimmage.
All right, so again, the North Decatur defense here. The only thing is we're playing on their end of the field, or our end of the field, I guess you should say, and this drive will start already in North Decatur territory here, Matt.
Got to make a stand like we did last time, and it's going to be on these bookends here. Carter Gray and Trenton Larison coming around the side. Larison does a nice job. Connor comes in to help him clean it up, but that door was slammed shut by Trenton Larison.
Yeah, good job there. Is converging on that. Trenton and Connor Larison both in on that tackle there.
We got a couple brothers that can play.
Brothers Larison, that's right.
That's Brothers Larison versus Brothers Andrews here tonight. It's a family affair. Andrews, I think, is their names. This Oliver kid is big, Chris, for a quarterback.
Yeah, and you can tell he's got a lot of athleticism to him.
All right, here's the lead option. He's going to keep over the left-hand side, but that too shut down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Good job over there again. Hunter Meister in on that. Charlie Palmer in on that. Several. Simon Barber. Really a gang tackle there by the Chargers. Going to set him up into third and about 6 here, Matt. We're going to call it. And 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the Kennelly and Daughters first quarter action here. No score as both teams look like they're trying to settle in here a little bit.
Cowbell Nation fires up, led by the war cry by George. Oliver put the man in motion. Oliver back to pass. Rare opportunity to pass. He throws off his back foot. A lollipop into the secondary. Picked off. Tyler Dean came up with it at the 5-yard line, and that's going to be Charger football. They're going to give him forward progress. Ball spotted at the 10.
There's a flag on the field.
Ooh, there is a flag on the field.
It's over there on the other sideline, too.
Uh-oh.
That could be holding. Could be illegal contact.
Pass interference. Defensive holding. Maybe the likely. We got pass interference. Pass interference on the Chargers after a great play by Tyler Dean.
Pass interference on the Chargers.
And that's going to end up being a Linton Stockton first down after a 15-yard mark-off.
Well, that's going to set them up deep in their own Charger territory, Ball going to be put at the 29-yard line.
So what would have been a huge momentum swing and a great play for the Chargers turns into a fresh set of downs from the North Decatur 29-yard line. Oliver puts a man in motion. He's going to give to that deep motion. He gets off tackle, picks up about 5 yards on the left-hand side, hammered down. In fact, Meister was in on the tackle.
Simon Barber in there again as well, too.
5-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now.
All right, so the Chargers stiffening here a little bit, but that was about a 6-yard pickup there. Matt says 5. They're going to give him, they give him 5 here too. Good call by Mr. Morse.
Like an eagle.
Eagle eyes out there tonight.
Ate a lot of carrots.
What are the Matt's meals tonight? We're going to have to talk about that at halftime.
Yeah, it's a long walk to get my popcorn over here. Somebody might have to, I might have to send a runner.
Yeah, they're going to work the outside again.
Oh, my goodness. Who came in and made that hit?
Simon Barber.
I honestly think that was Carter Gray. I saw the 8.
Could have been. There was multiple guys flying through there. 3rd down here. You got to think, though, Matt, it's 4-down territory here. North Decatur needs to keep this to a minimal gain here.
It's 3rd and 4. Charger Nation gets to their feet. Deep man in motion, movement on the defensive line, flag flies, and offsides on the defense will equate to a first down here after a 5-yard walk.
Dang it, you just, in a tough game like this, you can't have penalties. And so far, penalties have killed North Decatur here tonight. Erased an interception by Dean. That's going to give him a first down here, ball inside the 20-yard line. So Linton Stockton in the red zone now.
All right, after that 5-yard walk-off, first down, Linton Stockton, the Miners Here comes Oliver right up the gut of the defense, and he's going to get down inside the 10-yard line, and another first down. Looks like he's close to the sticks, a 10-yard gain.
Yep, they're going to give him just short of it, 9.5 yards there. He's going to set the ball up, though, inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and inches.
Quickly back to the line comes Oliver from the gun. Oliver's going to fake the pass. He's going to give it underneath to Smith. Smith's going around that left-hand side.
Wow.
Tried 2 or 3 times. There's some hitting going on out there. His feet were well above his head when he went to the ground.
He swapped ends. He didn't know where he was at, but he swapped ends. Excuse me.
Oh, boy. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He keeps taking hits and keeps on ticking, flying around the edge.
Clock continues to run. Inside 4.5 minutes.
And they come right back to it, and they keep grinding it out, and they're going to score there. Aiden Sparks, the senior, barrels over the linebacker for the touchdown. And Linton Stockton, the first to strike.
Yeah, and that had penalties written all over it there, Matt.
Sparks strikes from 3 yards out. They take the first score of the game, but it's 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter. And 2 long possessions out of both teams. Now a little confusion here. We're sending Caney off the field because they're staying in with their offense. Oliver's going to bring them from the gun. Oliver's going to keep it himself with lead box in front of him. He spins and leans into the end zone. I think he's got it.
Yeah, he did.
Conversion good by Oliver.
Second effort there gets it in.
8-0. And North Decatur gets the ball back right after this break. You're listening to Charger Football on the Charger Broadcasting Network.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
All right, back here live. Roy Williams Field, Linton, Indiana. And Linton Stockton, the Miners, go 49 yards in probably about 6 or 7 plays.
8 to be exact.
8 plays.
They burn about 3 minutes of clock. It took them 3 minutes, 31 seconds to move about 49 yards and put the first points on the game on the board. They lead 8-0 here early.
And aided by 2 big penalties there by the Chargers, as the interception by Dean would have erased all of that, but there was a pass interference call, and then it was 3rd and 5, and we get an offsides. That gives them the first down inside the 30-yard line. So Chargers have got to clean that up. We've played pretty clean the last 2 or 3 games here, and that's what we got to have here again tonight, Matt, when you're going against a quality opponent. Can't have a lot of mistakes that are going to give them yards, second chances. I would call that a second chance touchdown for the Miners.
Every possession is going to count in this game. This is obvious. This is a very disciplined, well-coached football team, and it shows at every position, really. You notice they didn't have a lot of variety in their offense, Chris. They just stick with what's working and keep coming back to it. It reminds me of Sheridan football, which we saw Sheridan regional action. Bud Wright, same mantra. Is you just do few things and do them well, and right now they had their way on that drive. But adjustments will be made. What are we talking about down here? We got a little discussion. Coach is having a impromptu meeting with 3 of the Zebra crew.
Well, I don't know if there was some complaining from the other sideline or what it was, but I don't think they're going to let have our coaches out on the field.
I don't know why you had to came over to sort this situation out.
We may have to go mute here. I feel like I need to yell a little bit.
They had a word or two with our coaching staff, is about our coaching staff, but looks like everybody's head's nodding. We're in agreement. Whatever the disagreement was, we agreed to disagree. Well, after that, Linton Stockton's going to put the ball in play. Watermelon kick over to the right-hand side. That's fielded by Barber. Barber's got blocks in front of him. He makes 1 or 2 cuts. Now he's got to get north, and he's going to get met by a wall of red jerseys. And the Miners take him down at the 36-yard line. North Decatur's got a good field position to start this one.
Kick return by number 1, Barber.
All right, so the Chargers not buried so deep this time. Able to open up that playbook now.
Number 60, Haynes. Throws the ball first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
All right, fresh set of down. Still in the Kennelly and Daughters first quarter. Fields is going to have 5 receivers here in an empty backfield. Quick to pass to his bubble screen target, which was Eli Trainkamp, complete, but the play was stopped due to a false start. North Decatur heading back the other way.
So far, it's about penalties against North. It's about the score is against here. It's about 6 penalties for North Decatur, and I don't think any penalties, maybe 1 for them. So North Decatur's got to clean some stuff up here.
I've got us down 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties so far. And Linton has,
I believe 1. I think they had a false start too, didn't
that
they?
is correct.
All right, so North Decatur, 7 seconds to go. They're going to have to get this one off quick.
2 on the play clock, back to passes. Fields, quick trigger, complete on the slant. Simon Barber gets bent in half, immediately met by the linebacker. He caught that awkward. Tough kid, though, bounces off turf, shakes his head. There is a flag, however.
Maybe a little targeting action. I seen him point towards the head.
Yeah, there is going to be a targeting penalty on the play as Simon takes a shot to the nugget, and hopefully that young man's all right. He's shaking it off as he comes off the field. He's going to reset, get the snot bubble off his forehead.
There you go. That's going to be a big penalty, though, here for the Chargers.
I bet it will be. It's going to be a spot foul, and it's going to be 15-yard walk-off, which is going to carry the ball to midfield.
All right, so that's going to give the Chargers a first down. Going to set the ball right up at midfield, as Matt mentioned.
So a 19-yard play and a first down for the Chargers. Matthew Fields under center. First carry for Thackeray. Thackeray's going to get swallowed up in the interior of that defensive line after he picks up about a yard. You know, they're not the biggest defensive line we've seen all year, Chris, but, man, they are athletic and good.
Yeah, pretty quick in there, but I think if our guys get going and get them going downhill, I think that's something we can still control. They got a big guy, 2 pretty good size guards in there. I guess you would call them D tackles is what you're going to call them. But they're playing inside over top of our guards. Pretty quick off the ball as well.
Matthew Fields back, fakes the run. Now he's going to get hit from behind. Ball pops out. He did not expect it coming whatsoever. Came from his blind side, and that's a fumble, and that's recovered by Linton Stockton. Matthew Fields got absolutely destroyed on the backside of that offensive line, and it was a guy he never saw coming.
No, and that guy came untouched. It was just a free run to the quarterback. And, frankly, I think we're going to have to keep some guys in there to help protect Matthew. Nonetheless, it's going to set the Miners up in excellent field position again. And they have just been on North Decatur's side of the field here all night long, Matt.
Yeah, so far we played on this end of the field. He's not exaggerating, and that was a big-time hit from, I think it might have been Oliver. I didn't look up to see it.
I think it was 14. There could have been this young man running out here, too.
I don't think they have a 14. They got a 13. But anyway, Oliver's at the gun, and he fakes the pitch, back to pass. Now he pulls it down. He's going to try to get it with his legs, and we got him. We got him set for a loss, big-time loss, as they're still fighting to get him on the ground. They're going to give him progress all the way out to the 41.
He spun around there. It's going to end up still being about a 3-yard loss nonetheless. So a sack there, credit to North Decatur. He pulled that down and kept it. All right, so North Decatur here now answers with a big play of their own to back them up in 2nd and 12. Pushing that ball out closer to midfield. Ball outside the 40-yard line now.
All right, in motions Goodman, and they do the end around or the reverse back to who's been a favorite carrier here, Cooper Smith. Goodman, who we talked about before the game, has rushed for nearly 300 yards, but I don't know that he's got a carry yet. That time he got the touch, but he hands it right back to Smith in the misdirection.
Well, honestly, here I think it's 3rd and 9 for the Chargers. But again, Linton maybe just be looking to get 4 or 5 yards here. I don't think they're going to punt this ball on our side of the field. Their defense has played well so far tonight. Here comes the pitch this way. Got to answer it.
Here comes Goodman with a carry around the outside. He's got the first down or close to it. He's slung out of bounds. Good pursuit there by Connor Larison, but he's going to get 11 and move the chains there. Ball down to the 26-yard line.
And frankly, we had about 2 missed tackles there, Matt. Probably should have had him for about a 4 or 5 yard gain, and just missed a few tackles in there. All right, so the Charger defense here has got a bow again. Ball sits at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Miners.
All right, here comes Smith on the end around. Deep motion and off tackle backside like they've been doing. Smith's going to pick up about 1.5 yards on that play.
Number 2, Smith.
Yeah, getting about 2 yards on that.
Number 62, Larson.
Clock continues to run here. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Kennelly and Daughters first quarter action here. North Decatur down 8-0. Well, it's not been mistake-free for the Chargers. Uncharacteristic of them. A lot of penalties here. 4 penalties already and 5 penalties in the first quarter.
Oliver, boy, I felt like they jumped a little early on that snap. As quick on the Aiden Sparks is on the carry. He's driven back.
Charlie Palmer in there getting a big grab of him, not letting him go anywhere.
North Decatur's defense has been hitting tonight.
Yeah. The defense has played good. We're just playing on our end of the field. They got that initial drive, and we just haven't been able to move the ball on offense. I'm just playing down here all night. We got them in 3rd and 5 again here, Matt. Need to play this one straight up.
Smith in deep motion, pitches to Smith. Cooper Smith around the left-hand side. He's going to get hit initially at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So here we go, 4th down again. That's probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
61, Larson.
Yeah, there's 9 seconds left. Linton looks content to take this to the quarter break. And that's how we're going to end our first quarter. North Decatur trails by 8. It's 8-0 on the road at Linton. We'll be right back with this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Charger Broadcasting Network.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, back here live, listening to Charger football. North Decatur down after the first quarter, 8-0. And as what's been, our defense has been on the field, Matt, way too long here tonight. North Decatur ineffective at moving the ball so far in that first quarter action. And the Chargers have been playing on their end of the field here all night long. Got them in 4th and about 2, maybe 3. Call it 4th and 3. We'll do our best here. We're about 60 yards away here.
Sorry, as I fiddle with the scoreboard camera. I'll have to fix that at the next break.
All right, live ball here.
All right, it's 4th and 3. Chargers got to make a stand. Oliver's got it in the gun. Gives to Goodman. Goodman bobbling that exchange. He tries to turn the corner. Mowed down at ground level by Trendcamp. I don't know where this is spotted at.
It's going to be close.
It is real
Caney
close.
on a tackle out there.
It is real close.
Looks like they're keeping their offense first down.
Going to give them the first down. No measurement. All right, then.
Not so sure. I wouldn't like to see them pull the fly, or at least pull the sticks out for that one, Matt. But nonetheless,
Oliver brings them back. They are quick to break the huddle and get the snap off. Here comes Goodman in motion. The give is to Goodman. Goodman cuts it north and met by that defensive line.
there we go. That's gang tackling right there.
He broke out of it. He broke out of it over to the sideline, spun off that tackle. Palmer and Larison
Ball brought down by number 29, Thackeray.
Man, he ends up getting 5 on that, maybe 6.
Yeah, every bit of 6 yards. Boy, I thought we had him stoved in there for a loss.
Hey, I didn't get these guys in. Decatur County Memorial Hospital bringing you the second quarter. Quality care you want close by. Same-day appointments now available. Call 1-8222-DOCS. Oliver brings him back to the line. He's got Aiden Sparks flanking him to his left. Cooper Smith is the wing back over in the right in the ace double wing. Oliver's going to keep this, follow Sparks. He's going to try to cut it to the goal line. He's going to get down to about the 3-yard line maybe. Regardless, he's got a first down, fresh set of downs. First and goal now.
That run's going to be good for Linton Minor.
Tackle in there on the play that time by 25 Caney with a combo, but not before they picked up the first down. The ball sits at about the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal. And the Charger defense here needs to come up with a turnover or something, Matt. A nice tackle for loss here would be good.
9th play of this drive that started on Linton Stockton's own 39-yard line. And again, they put a drive together here. Now they're down to the 3-yard line, and Oliver's going to keep it himself, but he's going to be stood up. That defensive line held from the 4-yard line, denied the entrance to the goal line.
Well, nothing here is easy here for Linton, but they just keep coming up with the yard or two that they need to get that first down, Matt. And they're going to punch that one inside to about the 3-yard line. Second and goal from the 3. And you're going to see a heavy dose, I think, here of big number 13.
Oliver actually gives it to the up back.
Oh, boy, he just ran over somebody in there.
Yeah, Sparks just takes it on the inside trap, and it is hard to find the ball and pick it up in that scrum. Aiden Sparks is going to score from 3 yards out.
Well, and I'll tell you, the North Decatur defense has given up 14 points here so far, but they've played fairly well in this game so far. We've got to get the offense going, frankly, Matt. We've been 3 and out of our possessions, and that's not going to fly.
This is the pitch to Goodman. Goodman hurdles somebody. Charlie Palmer comes all the way from the interior line.
No good.
And smokes him to the ground, and that is no good. And we're going to stand there at 14-0 after Linton Stockton just traveled 9 plays, covered about 5 minutes of game time, covered 61 yards for the score. You made a good point, though. I mean, obviously, we've got to get something going offensively and maintain a drive to keep that offense off the field. They are built to slowly, methodically head down the field, and we've got to keep the ball out of their hands.
That's right, and that's their game. There's no doubt about it, but their probably average field position start is probably somewhere around the 50-yard line, so we're giving them a short field on every possession. They've had, 3 offensive possessions now?
Yes.
We've had the takeaway. The takeaway got taken away from us on a penalty that could have stalled that one drive down in there. But nonetheless, now the Chargers need to sustain a drive here and at least get this ball worked down onto the other side of the field.
Sorry, partner. I'm getting right in Chris's personal space here. We are outside in the crow's nest. Sorry about that, partner.
All right, so a big return here.
No, you made the comment about their average starting field position. They started their first drive on the 20. Midfield at both the others, 49-yard line and 39-yard line. Both of those drives ended in scores, both by Sparks from about 3 yards out. After a methodical, grinded-out style possession. Throwing only occasionally, but getting 3 to 4 yards a chunk, and we'll have to find a way to shut that off. Boy, they are not on the right side of the football when they kick that ball. Either way, Simon Barber, Scott blocks in the middle, got a good return going here. He's out and across the 35-yard line. They're going to spot him down at the 38.
Well, Matt, we got to do something here, I think, to get the ball in our most dynamic player's hands, and that's Thackeray. He's had one run, and I think you'll see Coach here, excuse me, try to work something in there for him.
This drive starts on North Decatur's 38-yard line. There's 10-17 left, and Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. North Decatur trails by 14. Matthew Fields give to, help me,
That's Thackeray right up the middle.
Corbin Thackeray.
Nice pick up there. Thackeray with a good run inside. Runs well inside, runs inside the numbers well, runs outside the numbers well. Hash marks as well. And just like that, Thackeray gets another carry. That's going to be a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 here for the Chargers, so something they can work with, Matt.
Nice inside trap there. Now Fields comes out with Thackeray over here in the slot next to Murray. Over on the far side of the field is Trinkamp, I believe. Simon Barber, the back beside him. Matthew Fields to throw. Matthew Fields throws to Thackeray in the flat.
There's a first down.
He's at the numbers midfield. First down. Pickup of about 6. Move the chains.
All right, nice throw there by Fields. Good catch by Thackeray. Gets it up for the first down. And just like that, North Decatur pushes the ball out to the 50-yard line. Good drive here, Matt, and we're right back in this thing. It's only a 14-point game as we stop them on their 2-point conversion. Plenty of time here on the play clock this time. Fields gets in the huddle with 20 seconds left to go. Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter action. 14-0, North Decatur down. On a drive, though.
Barber and Fields in the backfield for the Chargers. The give is to Barber. Barber looking for space. Now he punches it north real quick. And, boy, he puts that plant foot in the ground and goes. He lunges ahead for 4 yards that time.
Yeah, nice job there by Barber. Picks up the 5 yards, moves the ball into minor territory. So just like we had talked about, Matt, at the very least this drive has to save some time for the defense to rest up a little and move the ball down there where we can play on their end of the field a little bit. Need to sustain this, though, here now.
Got to sustain a drive. It is 2nd and 5 at the Linton Stockton 45-yard line. Give is to Thackeray. Thackeray following the lead block of Charlie Palmer. He drives ahead. He's going to be close to the line to gain, but just short. Going to bring up a really manageable 3rd and 1, and your playbook's kind of open here, Chris.
Yeah, it is, Matt. You got to guarantee that this is probably 2-down territory for the Chargers. Got to keep this thing rolling. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter action. 3rd and 1. Ball rests on the 41-yard line of the Miners, so by far and away the best drive of the Chargers here tonight.
3rd and 1 here, the 5th play of this drive. Matthew Fields brings them with 2 tight ends. One of those steps off and goes in motion. That's Meister. We got Caney in there to lead block in the I formation. Whistle. Oh, no. False start. A little anxious to get that play.
Gosh, dang.
Off the ball, and that 5 yard stings. Well, it was 3rd and 1. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Boy, just, man, so uncharacteristic.
Another penalty goes against this Chargers team. I'll say team because they've been on both sides of the football. What we got here? I think he wants... We're having a conversation here, maybe an equipment issue.
Yeah, it was an official timeout. They're going to make 55 come out.
Jacob Brettaweg, the 220-pound defensive lineman.
They're replacing, though, with number 57.
220 goes out, 225 comes back in. So they picked up 5 pounds on the exchange.
All right, Thackeray in the backfield here. 3rd and 6, for the Chargers.
Fields, quick pitch over to Thackeray. Thackeray's got blocks in front of him. He tries to put his nose ahead for the first down, but he's only going to get about 2 of the 5 needed. And that's going to bring up a 4th down in Linton Stockton territory, but it is about a 4th and 3.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to run the punt on.
4th down and 3.
So it all goes back to that miscue on 3rd and short.
Daggone, had a good drive there going again, and again, penalty reared its ugly head there, Matt.
The one thing you can mark as a positive from this drive is the fact that we did, in fact, get them on their side of the field here if all goes well with this punt. It's a fake punt coming around this way. Here goes Hayden Caney. He's loose. He's at the 30, the 20. It's a foot race to the 10. He's knocked down. Hayden Caney comes around on the sweep on the fake punt. Picks up 33 yards and a Charger first down.
Yeah, and you heard their coaches over there. They were saying, watch the fake punt, but a great fake punt call there by Coach Stern. They faked it to Thackeray, who they were keying on. Thackeray hands it to Caney. Caney all but away was trying to make the move on the last guy and got grabbed from behind, but the ball sits at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Chargers. Big play.
Big play. Matthew Fields brings them back with a little skip in their step. Now they're 10 yards away from getting points on the board. Fields going to keep this one himself. It's the push.
There we go, down inside the 5. And there's some aggressiveness out there now by the Chargers. They feel a little swagger there.
Line of 7 Fields.
All right, all the momentum now in the camp of the Chargers as they got the ball inside the 5-yard line for the first time after that big fake punt call and huge run by Hayden Caney. Pickup of 33. He's got him in this position. Matthew Fields just with the 5-yard quarterback keeper. 2nd and goal from the 5. Motion Tyler Dean. Give on the inside trap to Corbin Thackeray. He plows ahead. Gets a positive gain out of the down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
All right, so we got to get something that's right down in there.
Need a couple of play. 3rd down and goal.
Third and goal. They call it the 4, but that's marked at the 3.
Yeah, he's down at the 3-yard line.
Matthew Fields bringing him to the line. Now he puts everybody out in formation. 5 wide receivers. Matthew Fields pulls it down. He's going to score. There it is. That's a touchdown, and that's another Charger in the bar.
North Decatur answers on the fake punt with a tush push to go in there. Matthew Fields pulls it down, runs it in for the touchdown, and North Decatur answers right back. Great job there. Exactly what the Charger offense needed to do.
We got us a ball game here in Linton, Stockton, Chris. Henry Kinker to hold.
Oh, they jumped.
Hard.
Now bring on the boys. Let's go. Offsides. There we go.
Offsides on the models.
All right, have you seen that before? Matthew Fields just capped off a 10-play, 62-yard drive to put our first points on the board. It's 14-6. The offsides on the defense. What did we do there? Did we not take it?
I think we're going to kick it. Maybe Coach would go for that. Good.
He put this one well into the high jump pit.
All right, that's a big answer there for the Chargers. 14-7. We're in the 2nd quarter. Decatur County Memorial Hospital. 5 minutes to go. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
Need an experienced attorney to help with the legal issue? The law firm of Hamilton and Tubby specializes in business law, estate law, criminal defense, family law, guardianship, wills and trusts, and more. The firm became Hamilton and Tubby 25 years ago with the addition of Chris Tubby. The law office is located at 117 South Broadway in downtown Greensburg. You can call 812-663-4082. Hamilton and Tubby Law Office, the right choice for your legal needs.
All right, back here live. Roy Williams Field, Linton, Indiana, where North Decatur just answers the touchdown drive of their own, and it's 14-7 here in the 2nd quarter. So North Decatur did exactly what they needed to do, and Matt, a lot of old hats on that play there. Thackeray helping the ball down the way, and in the end, with the fake punt that picked up 33 yards, Matthew Fields is able to pull it down and scamper right into the end zone. The Chargers right back in this. And now the defense, fresh and rested, needs to be ready to go.
Odie puts his foot into it. Had a great kick to open the game, and here's a second great kick of the night. He's going to put them back on their 20-yard line as he drives that through the southwest corner of the end zone. Of course, everybody at home knows which direction southwest is.
On your radio dial, it'd be left to right.
Let's just close your eyes, and he is kicking it left to right in your mind's eye. I've heard that used.
All right, so the Charger D back on here now with an opportunity to keep this momentum that the Chargers have built on that. A little swagger in their step after that fake punt that worked to excess. All right, let's go D.
This is Linton Stockton, I guess, is their first drive of the 2nd quarter, and there's only 5 minutes left. Here's Goodman over the right-hand side. He hurdles the player. He spins off of another one. He's still on his feet, and it's going to take 3 or 4 of us to bring him down. It looks like, who is that? 50, Watley on the
Watley with the tackle there, working the edge a little bit here. They're going to give him the first down. Very liberal here on as far as not checking sticks or anything like that. They nose that ball right up there, but regardless.
They got good eyes.
Yeah, nice run there, though, on first down by that young man. Thought we had him for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. They're tough runners, Matt.
Goodman picks up 10. This time Smith. Cooper Smith around the left-hand side. The little end around from the deep motion. He's going to be swallowed up, and the edge is set there by Hunter Meister. The assistance came from, man, my names are not coming to me, 31.
Eli Trincamp.
Thank you. I'm tongue-tied.
All right, so gain of maybe 3 on that. They're going to give him 3 down here. We'll call it 3. 2nd and 7, and that's what North Decatur do. They got to start answering this edge, Matt. They're going to that. The inside run hasn't killed him other than when he gets down close to the goal line.
Oliver now puts Goodman in motion. That gives to the tailback. That's Sparks, the guy who has both of their touchdowns. He plows ahead, but he's met by a huge slug of North Decatur Charger defenders. Henry Kinker was in on the play, as well as Meister, Thackeray, and others.
Yeah, Charlie Palmer with a very nice play there, too, from his lineman position, because he was able to get hands on him. All right, so we got him in 3rd and 5 here. Need to hold him here, Matt. Be tough to go for it this deep in their territory.
Great to get a stop here. Oliver inching ahead on the snap. He pulls it out and goes. He's going to be slung down.
There we go.
Slowed down by Palmer, swallowed up by Dean and Barber, and that is a huge stop on 3rd down for this Charger defense.
All right, so we'll see what they're going to do. It's going to be 4th and 4.
They got to punt this away. They're only.
Well, now we got to watch their fake punt, too. Do unto the others as you've done unto you, right, Matt?
Boy, we're getting philosophical.
That's right. Working both ends.
Now, here's a question. They're going to punt it to 29. What have they scouted? Who's our punter?
I still say watch for the fake.
Is that Oliver punting this? It looks like Oliver.
He's going to run.
No, he's going to rugby style over the side. He kicks it to Thackeray. Thackeray has to fair catch it. He's got a minor defender right in his face. Hey, we got the ball back, a 3 and out, and a heck of a stop by that defense down in there into the down in the minor end of the field.
That's great job there, and that was much needed too. We gave that defense a break, gave them a little bit to get their bearings back to them a little bit, and a good stop there. 1 first down, and then you get them right off the field.
Got more sideline in the field. You see if you can pull that up just a little bit. All right, so Matthew Fields is going to bring him to the line, try to tie this game up. We've got 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And here's Barber coming off the edge. Little zone play over the right-hand side, and he's going to pick up a good 5 yards on 1st down.
All right, so positive yardage here again for the Chargers. 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Decatur County Memorial Hospital 2nd quarter action. And, boy, what you'd like to see here, Matt, is a long drive that would get down there and tie this thing up, not give Linton Stockton another chance. We get the ball coming out of halftime again, folks.
All right, that play busted up for maybe no gain. He picked up a couple yards on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. I have a hard time seeing these yard markers.
It looks like they didn't give him any on that. It's still going to be 3rd and 5. Clock continues to tick. 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Decatur County Memorial Hospital 2nd quarter action.
No gain on 2nd down. It's going to be 3rd and a long 5, almost 6. Fields brings him to the line, spreads the formation.
Nobody out here on Thackeray as of yet. Now they rotate a guy over.
Cooper Smith comes out to cover him. Back to pass. He's looking for him. He has him up the seam. Oh, got him. Overshot him on the hash, but that would have been touchdown 29 if we put it on the numbers. Goodness gracious. Caney's point, they didn't have him covered pre-snap. They rotated a guy, but that guy didn't stay.
Boy. About a foot there. Thackeray led him Matthew led Thackeray just about a foot there too much. He connects on that one, and that's 6 for Thackeray.
Man, he roped it. If he put a little air under that, Thackeray would had a chance to run underneath it. High snap to Tyler Dean, comes down with it.
Nice kick.
Waylays his foot into the ball. It's going to dribble at the 30-yard line, back to the 25. He almost picks it up. It goes inside the 20. Good punt, Tyler Dean.
Nice job. Nice job. All right, so the defense, minute 32 to go. They got all 3 of their timeouts, I believe. I believe we've got all 3 of ours. We're going to keep it right here as this is probably going to switch hands. Boy, North Decatur got off just a tick flat there to start off with. At the beginning of the game, penalties were hurting them. They've cleaned those up a little bit, was able to sustain a drive. And now the Charger defense has got to come to play here again, Matt.
You know what's interesting about this, though? They got a minute 32. They don't have that explosive style, right? So they don't chuck the ball. They don't have deep routes, and they pack things in. So I don't know what they come up with in this 2-minute drill.
Well, I'd say they're going to take a chance at some point, and there it is right now.
Right off the bat, Oliver's going to sling it. He's got a guy behind the defense. That's Cooper Smith. He catches it at the 40. We lunge at him. Tyler Dean saves the touchdown as he leaps out and catches his heel. But that is a monster gain to the 25-yard line. Picks up 66 yards on that pass play.
Yeah, and that was Oliver that moved from the quarterback position. They've been moving him around in there, and you had to think they were going to give a play down the field, and they did. North Decatur bid on it.
This time the give to Goodman, and we mentioned that in the pregame that both Goodman and Oliver have slung the ball. I think they both got about 200 yards passing, but that's just an effort to get Oliver the ball in space. He's at the quarterback position most of the time until he's not. And that time it cost us 66 yards. Good bottle up there. They only picked up 2 on first down. It's 2nd and 8. Quick snap. Here's Oliver. Going to keep it. Roll to his right. Still has the ball. He's looking across the field. Slings it to the back of the end zone. He's behind coverage. One-hand grab at the goalpost. And good coverage there, but not good enough to break that one up. Henry Kinker on coverage. Touchdown, Miners.
Yeah, and they got behind us again. I mean, there's 2 plays where we didn't get coverage wasn't kept. And that's a little bit of a backbreaker there, Matt.
So Goodman's probably got the most carries on that deep motion. That time Goodman out on pass route, and Oliver finds him in the back of the end zone. He makes a whale of a grab, high pointing that ball in the back of the end zone.
2 deep passes for the touchdown.
24-yarder to Goodman, takes the score to 20-7. Now here's the 2-point try. Oliver's going to keep it himself. Oliver's got it. Touchdown, or a 2-point conversion converted. Going to take us 22-7. They mowed down the field in about 45 seconds and put 8 points on the board.
Yeah, and that's just didn't have it in coverage that time. I mean, there's nothing to be said. They got behind us twice, and, we missed just a tick of a throw there. What a momentum changer there, Matt. Could have been 6 going the other way for the Chargers, and they got it. Lay the ball right in there on the numbers to the receiver both times and able to get the touchdown.
3 plays, 81 yards in 45 seconds.
So just as we were saying, they're not real explosive. They can also be explosive.
I did say that. That's the broadcaster's curse right before your own eyes.
All right, so now get a good return here, Matt. We're capable of it. We do it a lot during the year.
Kick it to
Decatur County Memorial Hospital, 2nd quarter.
Kick it to 29. Speaking of Thackeray, we haven't given any plugs, and we've been spending some time in the hay.
Thackeray and Sons red zone action here is both teams have been working the red zone pretty hard here tonight. North Decatur only won, but Linton been down in there quite a bit.
48 seconds to work with here for the Chargers, trailing by 15 points. Like Chris said, a good return would be huge here. They are offsides on that kickoff.
And they're finally going to call it.
All right, I called that last time.
Yes, you did.
I called it all times.
They've done it on the last kickoff for sure.
I mean, it's not close. It's a yard, at least. Either way, I'll stop complaining. I'll stop bellyaching. We got a flag. Can't be on the other side of that white line.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Listen to him, guys. He jogs down the line. He says, "You guys got to slow down." A little antsy. Now they'll kick off from the 35-yard line. That helps things. This time they stay back a little bit. Oh, 29 had it momentarily. Now he's got to go backwards, try to pick it up. Simon Barber picks it up, but lost the momentum, and we lose any positive advantage on that kickoff return. Only get about 5 yards. 30-yard line, though. 70 yards, 40 seconds. That's doable, right?
Hey, they just did 81 and 45, right?
They did. North Decatur punted after 3 and out on the last drive. This time, we're going to have to throw the ball around a little bit to get this thing down the field.
All right, so we got to be able to protect fields here now as we're going to go 5 wide.
You know they're going to bring them. Watch Oliver coming off this edge here. He's going to release this receiver.
They got one guy right in the middle. There he comes. We picked him up.
They're going to bring forward. We pick him up. Now Matthew Fields has got to throw back across his body. That's caught by Braden Murray. Murray shakes the first tackler. He spins off to the second out to the 40-yard line. He picks up a first down and good yards after the catch for Braden Murray.
All right, quick timeout by Coach, too. They're going to move the sticks. First down. Oh, boy, I don't know.
Boy, they had that clock winding the whole time. They never stopped it for the movement of the chains. We lost about 8 or 9 seconds there. I don't think anybody noticed it. Back to passes, Fields. Fields shakes out, looks off his first receiver. Now he pulls it down. All kinds of green grass. Get out of bounds, 7. Get out of bounds, 7. He goes across the 35 out to the 45. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 48. 9.4 seconds left. Good scamper there by 7. Picks up about 20.
Took a lot of time, though, and then they didn't stop the clock either.
And we're going to take a timeout here, organize the final 9.4 seconds of this half. We'll be right back. You're listening to Charger Football on the Charger Broadcasting Network.
Decatur County Recycling has mobile and permanent sites throughout Decatur County and sponsors our curbside house-to-house pickup in Greensburg. Check out all of the items that can be recycled at DecaturCountyRecycling.com. Plastic tubs, bottles, steel and aluminum cans, and even junk mail can be recycled. Let's win together this season at recycling and protecting our earth for a better future.
Striving to be the best in the classroom or in their sport makes up a student athlete. Buy Right Auto has the same goals. Treating our guests to the best buying experience is the goal line. Beat the buzzer and come to Greensburg's used car superstore, Buy Right Auto, 920 North Michigan Avenue. Experience the great service from our team. Can't make it in? Call in your play to 812-662-9922. Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore.
All right, let's see what they dialed up in the timeout. They come right back to the field. 5 wide receiver set, empty backfield for the Chargers. 9.4 seconds, trailing by 15 points. Back to passes Fields. He's got protection. He's going to step into a throw. He's got an underneath route, and he's mowed down immediately. What a hit.
Timeout, though. Timeout.
That pass caught by Logan Odell. Picks up about 8 yards and timeout North Decatur. Chris will keep it right here this time.
Gets the ball inside the 35-yard line out of the 34-yard line, so easily an opportunity here to take a stab at the end zone, Matt. Fields has got that and then some in his gun. In fact, he can throw a rope from that far.
Be interesting to see what they do here because you know that Linton Stockton is going to back 5 into coverage and just blanket that end zone.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no opportunity to get another 10 to 12 yards underneath and call the timeout with only 3.1 seconds left. And you're absolutely right. This is going to have to be something, maybe the old hook and ladder. We got anything like that in our arsenal down there?
You're about to find out. We do have one timeout left, but 3.1 seconds on the clock. That is not going to allow for a play and a timeout in the middle of the field. I wouldn't guess. All right, it is 2nd and 1. The ball rests on Linton Stockton's 34-yard line. They have a 15-point advantage here. North Decatur does get the ball back after the half, so some points here would be phenomenal in the grand scheme of this game. Fields is going to operate with an empty backfield, 5 receiver set. Back he goes. He's got an extra guy coming. He steps up into the pocket. He gets hit from behind.
His clock's got to go off there, Matt.
Gets hit from behind and brought down, and that's going to take us to halftime. North Decatur is going to trail going into the halftime break, 22-7. We'll be right back with your Stones halftime show right after this. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $4,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Stone's Farm Service at 921 East Main in Greensburg or call them at 812-663-3787.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Ready to hit the road with confidence? Walters Tire in Greensburg has you covered. From new tires to expert service, our team makes sure you're rolling smooth in no time. Whether it's a flat, a rotation, or a brand new set, we're your hometown tire pros. Conveniently located right here in Greensburg, Walters Tire keeps you safe, keeps you moving, and keeps you smiling mile after mile. Stop in today at 220 North Main Street in Greensburg, or give them a call at 812-663-7551. Walters Tire, where every trip starts on the right foot, or should we say the right wheel.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
All right, back here live, Roy Williams Field, home of the Linton Stockton Miners, where North Decatur's found themselves in a battle down here in this one. It's 22-7 Linton. At halftime, North Decatur goes down. Linton with 2 early touchdowns. North Decatur goes down and answers to make it 14-7. And then Linton with a 66-yard pass and about another 25-yard pass to score there with about 48 seconds to go. And North Decatur able to move the ball down inside Linton territory, but came away with no points on the sack to end the second quarter action. So I'll let Matt open up the Stones Farm Service halftime here as we've got stats.
All right, halftime of tonight's game brought to you by Stones Farm Service, your Kubota dealer. Quality equipment so you can just go mow. Sorry, I lost my spot. Kubota and Stones Farm Service on East Main Street in Greensburg, servicing southeastern Indiana for over 30 years. Strong, stable, still Stones. You see how I did that flawlessly?
It's nice.
It is real nice. Hey, so we look at the halftime stats. First downs, North Decatur 5. Linton Stockton excels that category with 11 at halftime. We rushed the ball for 73, threw it for 32 for a total of 105. Passing plays were being efficient. We're 5 of 7, but still only 32 yards in completion yardage. Linton Stockton, this is surprising to me. I'm not surprised they rushed the ball for 150 yards. I am surprised that they threw for 73 yards in the first half. Now, granted, almost all of that was in one big play, the 66-yarder on that last drive, their last scoring drive, and first play from scrimmage. But that's normally what they throw for the game. That's their average per game. They have 223 total yards in the first half, which doubles North Decatur's 105. As far as time of possession, Linton Stockton's had the ball longer, 13 minutes, 46 seconds. North Decatur, 10 minutes, 14 seconds. North Decatur is 1 for 4 on third down. That's something we've got to clean up. I feel like it's becoming a bit of a bugaboo for us on third down. If we get back a little farther than manageable third down, we're struggling to get that conversion rate. But our defense is holding in. They've held Linton Stockton to 1 for 4 on fourth down as well. Chris, let's talk about penalties. We brought it up during the broadcast, and this is starting to become kind of a baggage that we've got to carry. 5 penalties for 40 yards in the first half. I mean, that puts you nearly on pace for 100 penalty yards, and it's not so much the yardage as it is the timing of the drive.
Yeah, and exactly. Their second drive of the game, that was one that with the penalties, we aided them on that touchdown. There's no doubt about that. They throw the long pass. Tyler Dean with the interception down at about between the 10 and the 5-yard line. They call pass interference on us. That gives them a 15-yard penalty and a first down. And then it's 4th and 5, I think it was, and or maybe 3rd and 5. I'm not sure. Regardless, it was a tie down, and we jump off sides. That gives them the first down. Those 2 penalties was able to what kept that drive alive for Linton, and they were able to put points on the board for that. And then you go back to that last drive that they had, and we got beat twice on that. Got beat deep twice on it. Was able to grab the tackle, but not after 66 yards, and then got beat over the middle. No help from the middle of the field, and that one goes in for about a 20-yard score. They go 81 yards in 45 seconds on 3 plays, I believe. And so there's another 8, 6, 14 points. North Decatur is aided in. So we've definitely got to clean that up. And, Matt, frankly, we've got to come out here with the first drive. Don't necessarily need to score, but we have got to sustain a drive and get the ball down on their end of the field. So, we played that whole first quarter in North Decatur territory, and that's just a recipe for disaster. And the thing about this is, too, Matt, they threw the ball there to get that touchdown, to get the third score, but frankly, that's not their MO. And they're going to be content with running the ball here in the second half, with a 15-point lead. So possessions are going to be very, very critical, every one that we get.
You mentioned they threw the ball there, that one big play, but let's go back to who they utilize when they need them, and they've got that in their hip pocket. They've got this Goodman kid who's normally a running back, but he's been a quarterback. They put Oliver back to quarterback, and when they needed a big play, they split 13 out into the slot. They put Goodman back at QB, and he chucks 166 yards down the field to 13. So he's a kid that you've got to know where he's at on the football field. He can pass, he can run, he can catch. So, we're going to have to contain 33. I think, Chris, it's becoming obvious through 2 quarters of play in Linton, Indiana, that they know who 29 is, and they're prepared to just take him out of the game. I can't call the play-by-play and watch how they're defending him, but I would almost guess they've got a spy on him most of the time because he is yet to get going here.
Yeah, and you're right. And but, we found a way to get the ball to him there 2 or 3 times on that touchdown drive. Split him out here, got him a pass, and really the only thing with Corbin is you just need to get him going just a little bit. All he needs is a crack or a crease. And, we missed him, frankly, on a touchdown scoring pass over here at about the 30, 40-yard line where he had green grass to the thing. So just a tick off, Matt, not bad off or anything like that, but penalties have been an Achilles heel and just a few miscues on offense. And then, the penalties, you just can't say enough about it. I mean, you can't have what we have in that 5 or 6 penalties.
We had 5 penalties for 40 yards.
Yeah, so, I mean, and 3 of them were critical penalties that kept the drive alive for Linton. So, North Decatur got to clean a few things up. It's homecoming night here. They're getting ready to crown a princess and a queen. And we're going to take a quick break. We're in the Stones Farm Service halftime show. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
Need an experienced attorney to help with the legal issue? The law firm of Hamilton and Tubby specializes in business law, estate law, criminal defense, family law, guardianship, wills and trusts, and more. The firm became Hamilton and Tubby 25 years ago with the addition of Chris Tubby. The law office is located at 117 South Broadway in downtown Greensburg. You can call 812-663-4082. Hamilton and Tubby Law Office, the right choice for your legal needs.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., V-Series mowers, and sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available. or save up to $4,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Stone's Farm Service at 921 East Main in Greensburg or call them at 812-663-3787.
Ready to hit the road with confidence? Walters Tire in Greensburg has you covered. From new tires to expert service, our team makes sure you're rolling smooth in no time. Whether it's a flat, a rotation, or a brand new set, we're your hometown tire pros. Conveniently located right here in Greensburg, Walters Tire keeps you safe, keeps you moving, and keeps you smiling mile after mile. Stop in today at 220 North Main Street in Greensburg, or give them a call at 812-663-7551. Walters Tire, where every trip starts on the right foot, or should we say the right wheel.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Decatur County Recycling has mobile and permanent sites throughout Decatur County and sponsors our curbside house-to-house pickup in Greensburg. Check out all of the items that can be recycled at DecaturCountyRecycling.com. Plastic tubs, bottles, steel and aluminum cans, and even junk mail can be recycled. Let's win together this season at recycling and protecting our earth for a better future.
All right, we're back here live at Roy Williams Field in Linton, Indiana. Linton Stockton High School leads this thing in half, 22-7, and we're amidst the Stone's Farm Service halftime show. Stone's Farm Service guys, go see them. Your Kubota dealer, strong, stable, steel Stones. At halftime of this one, I've got Caney over at the concession stand. He's grabbing me a popcorn and a Diet Mountain Dew. As we recap the scoring in the first half, I think one thing becomes obvious. Linton Stockton filled up the drive sheet maybe a little more impressively than yet North Decatur did. They had five total possessions. The first one was that big stop by the Charger defense. A turnover on downs. North Decatur captured the ball at the 27-yard line for their first drive. Nonetheless, though, North Decatur had to punt after 4 plays and give it right back. That was a TD drive for the Miners. They drove the ball 49 yards in 3 minutes 39 seconds on an 8-play drive capped by a Sparks touchdown from 3 yards away. And that's where we are early in the first quarter. North Decatur's next drive of the football game was a fumble that was lost on third down, back to pass, blindside hit. Matthew Fields lost the ball, never saw it coming. They recover the ball, do the Miners at their own 39-yard line. and they score again back-to-back with a Sparks 3-yard touchdown run, and that put them up 14-0. North Decatur there in the first quarter then was kind of behind on the momentum ladder. They did put their first touchdown drive together as that drive carried over from the end of the first quarter into the second quarter. It was a 9-play drive that covered 62 yards, and about 5 minutes of clock it burnt. That put the score 7-14, but they were unable to keep Linton Stockton out of the end zone in their final drive of the game the half, with 1:32 left in the half. The 66-yard pass to Oliver and the 24-yard run by Goodman for the score, and then they put the 2-point conversion on the board to bring us to 22-7 at the halftime break. And that's where we're at. Obviously, it's a good football game. If you're tuning in, we appreciate you watching. It is a 2-hour and 15-minute drive over here. North Decatur traveled fairly well. It's homecoming here for Linton Stockton, so there's a big crowd. They just crowned the queen. As we look around the league, and not a lot going on, there are 4 games in the Mid-Indiana Conference here tonight, which North Decatur sits atop at 4-0. Brown County is at Milan. Cloverdale's at South Decatur. Switzerland County is at Edinburgh here this evening. So 2 of those conference matchups, Brown County and Milan, Switzerland County at Edinburgh, and we'll see how that plays out. Caney brings me a drink, but he forgot one important thing. We can't do the meals by, how do you call it? Matt's Meals. We can't do that without a meal. They all out of popcorn over there, I take it.
Didn't even have a batch being made.
Oh, they're done making popcorn. So,
well, I was going to bring you a ribeye sandwich, but the line was from here to Greensburg for that. So
I would have taken a ribeye sandwich.
I figured you probably would have.
You know, I can report. I can give you a Matt's Meals update.
Yeah, where was the stop at today?
Well, we found a place called Brew Burger. It is a chain, BRU.
I know exactly where that's at.
Well, which one?
Well, there's one right there. Did you go to the one in Plainfield?
We did go to the one in Plainfield.
We had a meeting there, and it's kind of like in a little
shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's call it Carmel South.
Carmel South.
Oh, no, that'd be Carmel West, wouldn't it? It'd be on the west.
So how much was that Brew Burger? About 22, 23?
Yeah, it stung. I'll be honest with you. It stung just a little bit. But let me just say this. Their selection of cheeses and jams and such that they put on those burgers is nothing but eclectic. I mean, it's good.
Does it put the Amish store to shame on collection of cheeses?
I had a cheese that I can't even pronounce, let alone tell you anything about it. But it was solid. Now, it's a smash burger style sandwich,
which is always a positive.
Really good. And here's the feather in their cap. So I ordered your standard burger and fries, yet they allow you to top those said fries with chili and cheese and a side of ranch, house-made ranch, I might add. So you ever get the opportunity, stop by your local Brew Burger. They're not a sponsor of the Charger Broadcasting Network, but we're always welcome to new ones.
Yeah, we're always looking forward to getting anybody out there that wants to support the Chargers. Well, I will say, I went over there and I took a lap around the premises, man. I went from the south to the north and circled back around, and there's a lot of people running around here tonight. Of course, homecoming brings it in, which, is a reminder. Next week, folks, is homecoming at North Decatur, where North Decatur will take on the Eastern Green Thunderbirds. Yes.
The Thunderbirds of Eastern Green.
Yes.
We might as well take those boys with us when we go home. It'll save some gas.
Yeah, well, we brought an extra bus. So
we're over here.
But they take on Eastern Green, and festivities start on Wednesday night as North Decatur's going to have a walking parade, float type thing, and there's going to be a little powder puff football. There's going to be a little powder puff boys playing volleyball. That ought to be interesting. You're going to see the youth kids in action that night as they're going to get a scrimmage against one another a little bit. And among other things, I think the cross-country team is going to take a little lap. I heard there might be a chipping contest between the girls' golf team. So we're going to bring everybody out there on Wednesday night. So if you're not doing anything, grandparents, aunts, uncles, everybody like that, come out to North Decatur to the Ed Kalen Field on Wednesday. show your support. And then, of course, let's pack the house there on Friday night as the Chargers will take on the Thunderbirds. And this season, Matt, quickly getting through here.
Yeah, hey, shout out to David Gray / Musk.
That's right.
He's hooked us up with the Starlink.
He's our IT this year. He's got the Starlink going. He's got the generator running down there for us. And I'll tell you, it just makes everything really nice. It's a clear picture here tonight. It's a beautiful night for football. As this game has been a good game. We knew it would be a good game. I think you take the penalties away from North and one or two big plays, and this is a one-score game. Totally still right in it here. Only down 2 scores, and getting the ball right out of halftime, Matt. And we do the Matt's meals and the Caney's keys, and I think the key here to this second half, I got 3 of them. I think one of them, top one, has got to be we got to play it error-free. We can't have any penalties. It's just you can't turn that over with another 40, 50 yards of penalties against the quality of opponent that we're playing. I think, secondly, we've got to control that edge. I feel like they're going to run the ball, and we've got to be able to control that edge. I thought we've done a pretty good job, other than maybe at the goal line on the middle run. The misdirection, we've held that pretty good, but we've got to tackle the edge here. And then 3, we got to find a way to protect Matthew and be able to get the ball down the field a little bit, to be able to mix in that run. They're really protecting. Like you said, I think they're really looking for 29. And we're going to have some other kids step up here and make some plays, which we've got plenty capable of doing that. We haven't seen anything across the middle yet with like Hunter Meister and a Planup and those type of guys. And hopefully we'll see some of that here in the second half. Regardless, the Chargers have got to come out and put a strong drive together here to start the third quarter action here. At the very minimum, we've got to flip the field, Matt.
Yeah, we were more successful, obviously, once we got out of that rhythm of being on our end of the field. When the field started to get flipped and gave our defense a chance, I mean, you got to have some turf between you and the goal line, and that was obviously the second quarter. Got to play more like the second quarter, and we've got to score coming out of halftime.
We do, yeah. And like I said, at the very least, we got to have a sustained drive. We can't go 3 and out. That's going to throw momentum right back onto Linton. And, we've got to have a sustained drive, and points would be a very, very big plus there.
All right, we do Caney's keys in that extra 3 minutes that he loves dearly. We're going to close out halftime here. It's been brought your way by Stone's Farm Service, serving Decatur County and all of southeastern Indiana for over 30 years with quality equipment and a service department that just can't be beat. Strong, stable, still Stone's on East Main Street in Greensburg.
And why don't you go ahead and open up the third quarter, Matt? We're going to keep it right here as the clock ticks down with 10 seconds to go. We're going to be back to live action here very shortly, so we'll open it up with our third quarter sponsor as well.
The third quarter tonight's brought to you by H&R Block. Hello, sports fans. You didn't start your business to do taxes. Good thing we did. The Block Advisors by H&R Block serves over 2 million businesses like yours every year. From construction to farmers to real estate agents and more, we have it all. We're proud to serve our local teachers, coaches, players, fans, and cheerleaders. You can find a tax expert at your Greensburg H&R Block who understands the ins and outs of our industry. H&R Block Business Services, bookkeeping, payroll, taxes, and advice.
All right, so thank you to H&R Block. Thank you, Catalian Daughters. Thank you to Decatur County Memorial Hospital and all of our sponsors on here, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Acre Automotive, Buy-Ride Auto, Hamilton's and Tebby Law Office, Decatur County Recycling, Gillen and Howe Funeral Home, Stone's Farm Service, Walter's Tire, and I mentioned Batesville Chrysler. All right, so the Chargers set to receive here. We're ready to go play some more football, Matt.
All right, here we go. Low line drive kick over Barber's direction. He picks it up about the 15-yard line. He tries to get it back in the middle of the field, makes a hard cut. He's going to be met by the Miners mob, and he's going to get decent field position out of that, though. About a 20-yard return for Simon Barber out to the 28-yard line.
All right, so that's where the Chargers are going to take over here, just short of the 30-yard line.
Initially about 21 Andrews.
And that's how we're going to start the third. 11:53 to go here. Second half just underway. North Decatur trails 22-7. Looking to shorten that up here on this very drive. He's got Thackeray. No, Thackeray and a Wildcat. Thackeray hands the ball off to Barber out of the Wildcat. Interesting. Caney was back there in that T formation. Where did Fields go? He was split out to the left-hand side.
Well, I don't think that fooled anybody, Matt. They were lost about 3 yards on that, so already backs North Decatur up in a hole here, 2nd and 13.
The mesh didn't go well back there. I don't know, can you zoom in out that far?
Let's zoom out. All right, see what I can do. That's about all the farther I can get, or I ain't going to get much of the field.
All right, so Fields is under center. He's going to give to Barber. I believe it's Barber.
All right, so far nothing doing here for the Chargers.
That play for no gain. Slow start to the second half, and that's not exactly what North Decatur needed. Now you're behind the sticks, 3rd and 13.
Now you don't want to go any farther backwards here, so, man, about the start North Decatur wanted here, pretty flat.
Passing down here, they're probably going to spread the field, and Trend Camp split to the far side, but no, we come out in double tight set on 3rd and 13. Put Simon Barber out in motion, kick him out to the flat. Now Matthew Fields is pushed off his spot with nobody to throw. He's going to try to chuck it up the field to Trend Camp. Trend Camp coming back for the ball. Oh, made a remarkable catch right in front of us here. Came back to get after the football, and a lot of contact there, but at the end of the day, Chris, we only had 2 receivers on route there. One was Trent Camp at the sideline. The other one was Thackeray in the flat.
Yeah, and he was double covered over here. I apologize for that. Just zooming in, we got down here. We couldn't focus on him very well. It's going to set the Chargers up to a punt. It's going to be a deep punt, and again, we're going to start out playing on our end of the field, starting out here again.
High snap again. Tyler Dean.
Good kick.
Reels the ball. Gets it across the 40-yard line. It's going to be brought back at that point. Goodman gets whacked. Absolutely meleeed there. And I don't know, that Logan Foster and Connor Larison on the hit.
Talk about number 62, Larison.
All right, so now the Charger defense here got to go. I just feel like it's got to be 3 and out, Matt, because I feel like once they get on their side, or on our side of the field, it's 4-down territory, and need to come out here with a tackle for a loss or a turnover would just be huge here for the Chargers.
Linton Stockton's going to start their drive on the 44-yard line. After that North Decatur punt, the handoff's on the inside. He's going to pick up 4 yards on the play.
Tackle there by Carter Gray, number 88 for the Chargers, but he's going to get, call it 5 here. It's going to be 2nd and 5, and again, ball at the 48-yard line of the Miners. Already knocking on North Decatur territory here.
The dew has settled because my drive charts are a little soggy.
A little moisture falling here tonight.
Oliver, pitch back to Smith. Cooper Smith around the left-hand side. We've seen this play before. He gets about 2 yards on it. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
All right, so here it is. North Decatur, no gain here. Got to stop him. Ball is on our side of the 50, 49, 48.5-yard line. And this is a big play here as we went 3 and out to start the third quarter action here. The H&R block third quarter, and now North Decatur here needs to make a stand on defense.
Big down here for the Chargers defense. Looks like they're going to bring some extras here. We creep up on the hard count. Oliver possibly changing the play. He's going to keep it himself over the right-hand side. He's going to pile ahead, and he's going to get the first down. Driving his legs, picks up 4 yards, and that's a Miners first down.
All right, so that's going to continue to move the clock as it slides inside already. 9 minutes to go, 8 minutes, 58 seconds. H&R block third quarter. And North Decatur can't afford to get more than 2 scores apart, Matt. That's going to be tough to make up with the kind of offense that Linton runs.
Oliver and Sparks in the backfield. The kick is the boy.
Oh, who shot up there? Simon Barber.
Simon Barber pushes upfield, mows down. Was that number 1 carrying the football?
I didn't catch the number. I'm trying to move the camera here.
It's kind of my job, isn't it?
Catch the loss of about 5 there.
That fella with the red jersey. loses 5. Simon Barber
backs him up here, pushes him back closer to the 50-yard line, and that's what North Decatur need was a little bit of a play for loss there. Good play by Simon Barber there.
Oliver gives to Smith on the counter yet again. Smith looking for space, hurdles his own man.
Just cuts it up inside.
Handoff number 2, Smith.
One of the pulling linemen out there fell down in front of him. A little slow to get up.
All right, so still a pickup of about 7 or 8 yards on that. It's going to set them up at about 3rd and 6. And again, a chance for North Decatur to keep them punched back. Again, I bet this is 4-down territory for the Miners, so can't have much of a gain here, Matt.
It's 3rd and 6. 44 is the back beside Oliver. Tate Gamble, the sophomore. The pitch and catch is complete to Goodman. Goodman out over the 30-yard line.
Pass complete to number 6, Russell Goodman.
Well, like you said, it was a pitch and catch, Matt.
Just a quick short pass on the wheel route. And has a big gain. First down Miners down to the 22. Well, these guys can put a drive together.
Yeah, they got a lot of players that they can go to out there. Here it comes, middle.
Sparks hard run and hit by Charlie Palmer and Carter Gray on the stop.
Pick up of about 2, maybe 1 on that, so good job in there. But again, clock continues to tick, tick, tick. 6 minutes, going to be under 6:30, so we're going to be halfway through this quarter. North Decatur only ran 3 plays.
8th play of the drive here for Linton Stockton. Oliver gives to Smith. Smith's got the outside on the counter play. Nobody's going to touch him. Touchdown. 22 yards out.
Touchdown, Miners.
Well, that was pretty easy, Matt, just to be honest.
Well, they have been going to that well all night. Cooper Smith has been getting stuffed for anywhere from 2 to 5 yards on that play. That time, edge was not set. He bounces it to the pylon from 22 yards away.
Yeah, we talked about that too. You know, coming out of the half, we needed to set that edge, and we just didn't set it that time. You know, Chargers fighting hard in there. Nothing easy on the inside, but boy, they've made a living coming around the outside, and they went to the well again there, and you're going to see a lot of that here until we stop it. So,
56 yards in 8 plays, and here they try to cap it off with Oliver's QB keep, and I think he's in. And that's going to extend the lead to 30-7.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. 30-7, third quarter action, H&R Block, third quarter. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, back here live, Roy Williams Field, where Linton Stockton goes down and puts 8 more on the board to put it up 30-7 here now. And now it is a must for the North Decatur offense.
Low line drive kick to Corbin Thackeray. A hard time handling it yet again. He has to go back and get it. Now he's got a head of steam. He's through that defense. He might take this all the way. He's across midfield. 40, 30. He's going to do it again. 40-10. Touchdown, Corbin Thackeray.
Well, they kicked to him, Matt. It was a bouncing kick in there, and he takes it back to the house. That's another Charger in the barn. 30-13.
I don't exactly know where he gathered that one up, but we're going to call that one an 82-yarder for Corbin Thackeray. And lightning in a bottle strikes again.
Man, the kid's got a knack to do that.
Puts points on the boards quickly, and here's Odell.
He tacks it on, 30-14. So North Decatur hanging around here. 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Got to get that defense wound up here after this break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
Decatur County Recycling has mobile and permanent sites throughout Decatur County and sponsors our curbside house-to-house pickup in Greensburg. Check out all of the items that can be recycled at DecaturCountyRecycling.com. Plastic tubs, bottles, steel and aluminum cans, and even junk mail can be recycled. Let's win together this season at recycling and protecting our earth for a better future.
All right, back here live. Roy Williams Field with North Decatur. Mr. Thackeray takes it to the house. Pulls us back within a 2-score game, 30-14, Matt.
Boy, and just when you felt like we were starting to get the distance a little too wide, and I mean, you know, there's no coming back from this type of deal, Corbin Thackeray strikes from 82 yards out, even after he somewhat muffed the catch on the kick return. It was a low-line drive, hard to handle. Goes back, picks it up, and just explodes for 82 yards. And his 6th kick return for a touchdown here this year? Maybe 5th.
A fair share, that's for sure. Excellent job there. Well blocked up front. Thackeray's so good at picking those holes and just exploding.
Odell having a good night this time.
Oh, it's touched.
It's touched. The ball's loose. It's scooped up on the dive there by number 54. That's Jacob Bredeweg. Heady enough to catch it off of his teammate's head.
All right, so we can't continue to trade touchdowns with him, Matt.
They got to get a stop here at some point. 5:59 left in the third quarter. North Decatur trails 30-14. Third quarter brought to you by H&R Block. See if the defense can make a stand. Oliver brings them to the line. Charger crowd gets on their feet to encourage their defensive unit. Ball rests at the 33-yard line of Linton. Stockton. Oliver's going to throw it. He's got Simon Barber breathing down his back. Simon Barber gets blocked in the back, but that's caught by Cooper Smith. Up the field he trots. He gets chased down by Thackeray, who clips him out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. But I'm telling you, Simon Barber had a beat on that quarterback, and he got blocked in the back.
Yeah, I agree, but again, a receiver running wide open in the secondary again, Matt, and coulda, woulda, shoulda. So the Chargers again desperate as it's deep down in territory again now. Now it's just going to be a lot of pound. And that's a touchdown.
So the 64-yard bomb to Smith from Oliver, and then the touchdown. Goodman, number 6, scores from 6 yards out.
Well, and Uncle Momentum didn't hang around very long. One play, they take it almost the length of the field and punch it in on the play after that. All right, so they're going to go for the 2-point conversion again here. Chance for North Decatur to try to stop him here.
He's going to try to throw it in the back of the end zone. He's got a man on the end line, and that is caught. He dives to the ground, scoops it off the turf. 2-point conversion is good. Lead now 38-14. North Decatur trails by 24.
All right, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
Need an experienced attorney to help with the legal issue? The law firm of Hamilton and Tubby specializes in business law, estate law, criminal defense, family law, guardianship, wills and trusts, and more. The firm became Hamilton and Tubby 25 years ago with the addition of Chris Tubby. The law office is located at 117 South Broadway in downtown Greensburg. You can call 812-663-4082. Hamilton and Tubby Law Office, the right choice for your legal needs.
All right, back here live. You can hear the home crowd getting with it over there a little bit. Big crowd on hand here tonight. 38-14 as Linton goes two plays, less than 30 seconds, but right at 30 seconds.
2 plays, 70 yards, 64-yard completion to Cooper Smith, capped off by the Russell Goodman. Yeah, Russell Goodman 6-yard run.
What do you say we just answer one back? What the heck? Kick it to 29 again.
I dare you.
I think I'd have a play back there to get 29, even if they don't kick it to him on some kind of reverse handoff or something, because it's electric.
And he kicks it to Barber. Barber, though, he's got a head of steam. He's got blocks in front of him. He gets mowed down at the 35-yard line. And this offense now takes the field. And it's only their second drive of the second half. Last one sputtered after a 3 and out.
Well, and frankly, just the lack of us being able to sustain drives here tonight has been a pinball on this defense, too. All right, so North Decatur here, got to get something going yet this quarter. Got to get back within, still can't get it within, well, we could if we went 22. We could get it within 2 scores.
Matthew Fields under center, Simon Barber the back. It's Corbin Thackeray underneath on the counterplay.
There's a penalty.
There's some extracurricular after the play. I think some frustration starting to boil over. And that might have been on us. As the white hat who threw the flag is talking to us.
You know what? Frankly, this guy's kind of a preacher. As he's standing here talking.
Yeah, he called that on us. Unsportsmanlike conduct on us. Oh boy! And there's a costly penalty, not so much in total yardage, but just timing.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big one. 15 yards. You simply just can't have those, Matt. And didn't see what happened there or anything like that. If it was a late hit or a push or what it was, but the referee caught something there, and North Decatur gets caught, and that's another penalty.
Matthew Fields fakes to Barber, gives the inside trap. Inside trap goes for about 3 yards. Corbin Thackeray trying to find a way to get Corbin Thackeray feet freed up, but the interior of that defense is just too much at the moment.
Yeah, not being able to create any holes in there. 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. H&R block third quarter. North Decatur just struggling to get anything going here.
Take the commercial breakdown so you guys can see the game. That's on me. Blame it on the production truck guy back there.
Can't see that in the camera. The cameraman can't see that, folks.
Oh, boy. They're trying. Take the horse down, Chris. Getting texts on your phone. Back to passes Fields. Fields is going to unleash one up the seam. He's got Meister.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Meister is decked as he goes for that ball, and that was a vicious hit. It looked worse than I think it actually was, but kind of
caught him right in the ribs, though, unprotected.
Defenseless receiver type of deal. Meister reaching out for the ball and just gets whacked. But the flags came in immediately.
Yeah, the referee's right on top of it. Good call. Interesting to see what they're going to call here.
Hunter Meister jumps off the field, shakes off any assistance from the sideline. He's good. That's good to see. That is a tough kid. I don't know what's going to come of this. There's a lot of conversation down at this end of the field.
I think there was some barking from our sideline, our coaching staff sideline or anything, but maybe from our side over here. And it'd be interesting after they just called an unsportsmanlike conduct here. I don't know what the call is for. Is there a defenseless receiver? I'm not sure what the calls are or anything. It's probably either going to be it's probably just going to be pass interference.
Correct.
So that's a 15-yard penalty, and it's an automatic first down.
All right, here's a
personal foul. Targeting.
Targeting against the defense.
Personal foul against the Miners.
That's their second targeting call tonight.
They march off the 15 yards. It will not be...
Still third down and 1.
It's third down and about 8 inches.
So it wasn't a pass interference call, which actually would have been better because that would have been 15 yards
plus a first
and a first down. Nonetheless, that's the Chargers up in third and short here. Ball sits at the 45-yard line. So North Decatur here with an opportunity to put some points on the board, or at least to sustain a drive here. Got to get a first down here.
And they pick up the first down on the ground right between the tackles. Nice pickup of 4 yards there.
Back to by number 7, Fields. Good for a Charger first down.
All right, so the Chargers pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball sitting on the 48-yard line. North Decatur got a little something going here now.
1st and 10 on the 48. Matthew Fields under center. Caney the up back. Tailback is Thackeray. Thackeray running with some fury. He's out across the 40 trying to make the last man beat. Gets slung down. Stays inbounds. They call it out of bounds, actually.
That's good. Stop that clock.
Hard running there by Corbin Thackeray. He come out of there with a fury off through the hole. Gets into the second level.
All right, so the Chargers here with a little pep in their step, a little life after that personal foul targeting penalty.
Now the 6th play of the drive here, and we ask them to put a drive together, and they're granting our wish here from the 36-yard line. Here comes Thackeray, puts his head down, gets mowed down. Hard run and tough run, and 2 yards there. I'm going to bring up a 2nd and 8 inside of Linton's 35-yard line. Ball's marked down at the 34.
I like that lead block set in there with Thackeray in there, even with Barber in there. They both do well. And able to get 10 yards and now 2 yards. North Decatur still alive in this thing here. Got to score some points on this drive, though, Matt.
Got to have
pretty critical.
38-14. They trail by 24 points. Got to have 7 or 8 here. Matthew Fields going to operate in the gun with Simon Barber beside him. He's back to pass. He's got time. He unloads. He's got Carter Gray over in the flat. Carter Gray trying to get some extra yards after
Hey, there's a shove.
He gets thrown down out of bounds. No call. Where's he going to put down there, Hoss? He's going to get it, give him a first down.
Yeah, he's got a first down out of it. So things getting a little chippy out here, Matt. Just to be honest with you, a little fire from both teams here. Out of bounds again, so it's going to stop the clock, or maybe it was just the change. We'll see if they wind it here. He did go out of bounds. He was thrown out of bounds. 2 minutes, 41 seconds to go. H&R Block third quarter, 38-14. North Decatur on a drive here.
Matthew Fields gives to Simon Barber. He plows ahead for another 5 yards they're going to give him. Down inside the 20-yard line now at the 15, at 19.
All right, so that's a pickup. We're going to call it 6. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Clock continues to run. Critical here that North Decatur gets points out of this drive.
Pitch back to Thackeray. Thackeray,
oh boy,
lots of penetration. He gets hammered. Down for a loss. Did he get back to line of scrimmage?
No, he's going to lose 1.
They're going to lose a yard out of the deal. Boy, after that hit, that's a loss to the defense, too. If Hunter Meister's not able to go back in, he's still being tended to on the sideline. I think he's all right. He's just banged up, and they're just taking precaution at the moment. North Decatur putting a drive together, but got to keep it going here. 3rd and 6. Matthew Fields, Simon Barber. Back to pass is Fields. He's going to unleash one over to the corner of the end zone. Intended.
There comes the flag, though. They're going to get him for a PI.
Eli Trinkamp, the intended target. Ball sailed over his head, but flag came in. That's a fresh set of downs and a first down after the 15-yard walk-off.
All right, so the Chargers here now going to get 15 yards and a first down. That's going to move them down the 5-yard line.
holding against the Miners.
That's called a defensive hold, not pass interference.
Okay, well, that's only going to be the 5-yard variety then. 10 yards, excuse me. All right, so North Decatur now, ball on. We can still get a first down, Matt. It's going to be right at the goal line, but nonetheless, the Chargers still moving the ball here, fighting hard into the end of the third quarter.
Caney the up back, Thackeray the tailback. He's got blocks in front of him. He's near the goal line trying to get to that point, but he just fell short at the 3-yard line, maybe 4, where they mark him down.
Matt, I can't get all the way down. This is going to be risky, folks, but I'm going to do a little lean to the left, lean to the right. And this is ingenuity here at its best. All right, so the Chargers stacking the backfield. Thackeray and Caney.
Give to Thackeray too much penetration. Too much penetration. He gets hammered down at the 5-yard line. And mark him back to the 6. We'll lose 3 yards on that play.
That's going to be third now, 3rd and 6. Again, can still pick the first down up, but man, if it's a first down, it's dang near a touchdown, put it that way. Clock continues to run, 27 seconds, H&R block third quarter. We got to run this play, so need to get something down there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, North Decatur, 12th play of the drive, really like to come up with points at the end of this one. It is 3rd and basically goal from the 6. Matthew Fields going to throw it. He's got a man in the flat. Oh, he's got the corner route to Carter Grave.
Carter Grave with a Charger in the barn. All right, so North Decatur, a lot of pride in that program, folks. They're not going to go away. Well, that's going to make it 38. Score reads 38-20 now.
They cap a 13-play, 65-yard drive that chewed up about 5 minutes of the third quarter with 6 points. And now they're going to go for 2 with the powerhouse backfield. Thackeray in motion. Caney to lead block. We're going to throw it out of it. And we got a guy in the flat. Unfortunately, the pass was behind him. Caney had to go to the ground to get it, and that'll stop it there. North Decatur pulls within 18. It's 38-20. We'll be right back. You're listening to Charger Football on the Charger Broadcasting Network.
Ready to hit the road with confidence? Walters Tire in Greensburg has you covered. From new tires to expert service, our team makes sure you're rolling smooth in no time. Whether it's a flat, a rotation, or a brand new set, we're your hometown tire pros. Conveniently located right here in Greensburg, Walters Tire keeps you safe, keeps you moving, and keeps you smiling mile after mile. Stop in today at 220 North Main Street in Greensburg, or give them a call at 812-663-7551. Walters Tire, where every trip starts on the right foot, or should we say the right wheel.
Okay, back here live. Matt's got the click on the horse. The horse is gone.
Yeah, we'll blame the production truck on that one. The editor,
the old beaver whack with the camper shell on the back.
Our producer down there in the truck was probably asleep for those first 2 plays of that drive.
And thank you to our fans out there. They're easily let us know right off the bat. The texts start flying in.
If you all texted us with every goofball mistake we made, this would be, that's all we'd get.
Good thing there's not a camera on us, that's for sure. Like a couple.
Hey, I tell you, that was probably one of the most spirited drives North Decatur has had all season long against a very, very good opponent. It pulls them within 18. But with 1 quarter to play, this defense has got to find a way to shut down this minor offense.
No more points. Good kick.
Man, he's kicking the ball well tonight.
Into the end zone.
Odie dribbles a directional kick out just outside the numbers before it goes out of bounds, and he's keeping it away from these minor return men who you got to think are as athletic as anything back there in the open space. We don't want those guys to get in open space. We've seen what can happen.
Yeah, he's done a good job for sure tonight. Good directional kicks, good low line drive kicks, keeping the ball out of their hands.
And just kind of a quiet over here on the North Decatur side of the football field is, you know, this first time this year that this team has been in this position, trailing by more than 2 scores with just a quarter to play, a little over a quarter to play here. Linton Stockton fakes the end around, gives it the underneath, and that's going to be stood up. Actually, he falls forward, pushes forward for about 5 yards on first down, and we go to the fourth quarter.
All right, it's 38-20. North Decatur scores, but got to get a stop here on the defensive side of the football. We'll be back here for fourth quarter action. 38-20. You're listening to Charger Football on the CBN.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
All right, back here live. Horses off. Only gain of about 3 on that, man. Charger defense did a pretty decent job there, but they got to get them off the field here now. Down to 12 minutes to go. Matt, we're in the fourth quarter. Whose fourth quarter action we got here tonight? I believe it's old Russ Hubler.
I believe we're going to be in the market for some Russ Hubler.
Go get your Ford.
Your local Ford dealer offering new and pre-owned vehicles. Hey, get yourself a good, exceptional used car as well as a new car. Car care and great customer service with a smile. Shop their showroom at 2010 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg and meet their friendly staff. Shop online at RussHublerFord.com.
All right, so now 2nd and 7 for Linton. Got to watch the pass. You'd think they're going to be content to try to run the ball here to burn clock, but they've had success in the pass game all night.
Oliver going to keep it over the left-hand side. He gets the edge, and now he's into the secondary. He runs out of bounds around the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 41, I guess.
41-yard line. Still first down there. All right, so North Decatur here now. 11:52 to go. He did go out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock. But the Chargers have got to do something to get off the field here, Matt.
Pickup of 16 there by Oliver on the QB keeper. This time
Here comes the pitch.
Cooper Smith around this right-hand side. He's got to block in front of him. He's across the 40.
There he called it.
This one's coming back, folks.
There we go.
Touchdown momentarily, but this will come back.
That one's coming back. Hold on Thackeray there as he was trying to get out and make the tackle. Good call by is that the back judge back there, Matt?
Yes, sir.
Matt has a father-in-law that used to do this on Friday nights, so he knows all the terminology.
Well, in a fair amount of years on the junior high football field, having conversations with said zebra class. And
that was a good job there.
Good pursuit, but you know that I thought that was Cooper Smith, but that was Ren Cottingham, the sophomore, 6 foot, 170 pounder. I don't know that he's carried the ball tonight.
Well, let me tell you, even with the penalty, it's still a first down, pushes it inside North Decatur territory.
Yeah, so net result of that whole deal.
It's still about a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, they're going to pick up about 17 yards, even in light of the penalty.
All right, got to have a turnover or stop, Matt. Can't give up any more.
No more big chunks. Smith in motion, deep pitch, lead blocks in front, clearing people out. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, though. That was a good play. I think that was Trinnicamp maybe on.
Barber came up and made the tackle.
Okay, Barber, I called it wrong. I'll do better, Chris. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
Well, it's very well lit here, so we can't complain about the lights. Beautiful field down here. Nice setting for football. All right, so 2nd and 10. Good opportunity here for the Chargers.
Oliver puts Smith in motion. It gives to Smith. Same play, other way. This time, mowed down. Thackeray come up from a safety position. It was Cottingham on the carry. Cuttingham, as they say it. More of a British accent.
Yep, that's right. Not sure how they pronounce it down here and down south.
Cuttingham.
All right, so now
it's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. So it's been a while since North Decatur's had him here in this long. Need to get off here right now. 10 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Russ Hubler forward, fourth quarter action, 38-20. North Decatur behind in this one. 3rd and 10 for the Miners.
Chance to get the ball back and make a difference here. North Decatur defense smells the blood in the water. The give is to the up back. The up back is mowed down. It is going to leave a long 4th down at the 42-yard line. 4th and 8, maybe 7. We'll call it 7.
Yep, 4th and 7. Ball at the 41. All right, so got to have a play here. You got to sell out, Matt. You got to take everything on, take your blocks on, and get out there, and we got to protect the edge. I'd be very surprised if you don't see it coming around the corner here.
I don't know. So that ball.
Watch the pass, too.
That ball carried by number 44, Tate Gamble. He's a sophomore. Cottingham's a sophomore. I don't know what happened to Goodman. And Smith, here's Smith in motion. Back to pass is Oliver. He's pushed off his spot. Now he's on the run. He's dangerous. We get him mowed down. What a hit by Corbin Thackeray.
Good job.
Stops him short, and look at this. Oliver is slow to get up.
He's a little frustrated there as he wings the ball clear across the field there. Going to come up short on 4th down. Heck, 2 good tackles there by Thackeray coming up from the safety spot.
So what a time for a stand by that Charger defense. They get the ball back on their own 35-yard line. They trail by 18. There's 9 minutes to play here. A quick score, and this game has a whole different outlook.
All right, so North Decatur not going to go away here. Trailed the whole game.
From the 25-yard line, here's Barber. Barber spins off the initial contact, still driving his feet. He's going to pick up 7-yard and tough yards by Simon Barber.
All right, so North Decatur here now. Got to make something quick here, though. Can't take 5 minutes off the clock. Got to get something moving here. 38-20. Russ Hubler forward, 4th quarter action. You got to think they're going to try one down the field.
All right, here we go. Fake run, and dangerously tipped in the air. It's come up. Carter Gray moving down the field to the 40-yard line.
There's a late hit, wasn't it? Maybe not.
Lucky bounce for North Decatur.
I'm prying for something, Matt. I'm prying for something.
That ball was tipped.
50-50 ball, and Carter Gray snatches it out of the grass within.
What's the flag back here, though? Right now, it is a 17-yard gain.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
So that tacks on top of a 17-yard gain. That's going to move the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line after the 15-yard walk-off. Give it the 26.
Still 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go here. We're in the Russ Hubler forward 4th quarter action. North Decatur down 18. Putting a little bit of a drive together here. Coming alive a little bit here in the 4th quarter.
That ends up a 32-yard play with the lucky bounce. Fields back to pass. In rhythm, he hits Murray in the hands. It goes through his hands. But Murray was going to take a shot if he pulled that ball down. He had a linebacker beat on him. 8:19 to go. The lead is 18 by Linton Stockton. Linton Stockton, the number 10 team in the AP poll in Class 2A. And the state runners-up last year. North Decatur giving them a fight.
All right, 38-20. 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go. 2nd and 10.
Matthew Fields under center, fumbles the snap. It got away from him. He was able to lunge on it, I believe, and retain the possession. Untimely miscue between QB and center. We lose a yard on that. Now that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Well, it's definitely 2-down territory here. Now we're going to run on the receiver package here.
Deep in Linton Stockton territory at the 27-yard line. Matthew Fields is going to operate with an empty backfield. 5 wide receivers set here. Caney and Murray on the near side. Barber and crew up on the top side. Matthew Fields is going to pull it down. He tries to shake a defender. He gets bent around in a pretzel. Awkward landing there for Matthew Fields. He hops off the turf. He's all right. The QB keeper picks up. I said he is all right, but he's walking pretty gingerly over here to get the play. picked up 5 yards on the play. It is 4th and 5.
All right, so here, probably a pretty critical play here. Not probably about it, a critical play here is North Decatur's got to keep this drive alive here. Can't turn it over. 7 minutes to go.
You might want to zoom out just a little bit here. Matthew Fields sends Simon Barber out of the backfield, and North Decatur, I believe, took a timeout. Yes, North Decatur took a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, pay some bills. We'll be right back. You'll listen to Charger Football on the Charger Broadcasting Network.
Need an experienced attorney to help with the legal issue? The law firm of Hamilton and Tubby specializes in business law, estate law, criminal defense, family law, guardianship, wills and trusts, and more. The firm became Hamilton and Tubby 25 years ago with the addition of Chris Tubby. The law office is located at 117 South Broadway in downtown Greensburg. You can call 812-663-4082. Hamilton and Tubby Law Office, the right choice for your legal needs.
Decatur County Recycling has mobile and permanent sites throughout Decatur County and sponsors our curbside house-to-house pickup in Greensburg. Check out all of the items that can be recycled at DecaturCountyRecycling.com. Plastic tubs, bottles, steel and aluminum cans, and even junk mail can be recycled. Let's win together this season at recycling and protecting our earth for a better future.
Okay, back here live. Roy Williams Field.
Big 4th down.
Linton Miners. 4th down, 4th and 5 here for the Chargers late in the 4th quarter. 6:56 to go.
Chargers trail by 18. It is 4th and 5, and you got to have it. Got to have points on this drive. Matthew Fields, empty backfield. Back to pass. He's got pressure up front. Pushed off his spot. Trying to make an extra play out of it. He throws it up in the air for Corbin Thackeray. And that's in. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted, but actually it would have been better off. More of a punt-like scenario. Chargers turn the ball over on downs.
All right, so now North Decatur here back on the back side of things. And that was critical, Matt, no doubt about it. 8 points, 10-point game feels a lot better with 6:50 to go than 18. Nonetheless, Charger defense still got to stay in this game. Can't hang your head. A lot of things can happen. Turnover here, and we're right back in business.
After the defense stiffened up and got them to turn it over on downs and frustrated Oliver, now without any points, Oliver back at the helm, back to pass. He's going to uncork one. Ooh, almost picked off by Connor Larison, off his hands, thrown behind the intended receiver.
Good job there, but boy, I tell you, see this guy trotting back over here? I don't think he's seen him. They had a man deep down there. He goes for the middle pass. Well broken up there by Larison. More importantly, that stops the clock. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Russ Hubler forward 4th quarter. North Decatur down in this 38-20.
Surprised they're not just running the ball here. And Cooper Smith, deep motion.
North Decatur selling out over there. Great job there.
I wish I had it's like in basketball, if you had a shot chart, they have ran that play probably 13 times tonight.
Yeah, that's been their well play. There's no doubt about that. And that's a loss, Matt. First time we've cut them down for a loss on that play, maybe all night. But Charger defense, nobody's giving up here, man. That's for sure. 3rd and 13.
We got whistle. I was just getting ready to say. Offsides on the defense.
Oh, how can you do that?
On 3rd and 12. 5 yards cuts it to 3rd and 7.
All right. Yeah, about 3rd and 8. They're going to call it. It looks like the box is down there by the yard marker, so not sure how they're getting that. But regardless, still 3rd and long, so the Charger defense got an opportunity here still, Matt.
He rolls over his right-hand side, trying to throw it. He's got pressure in his face. He's got to pull it down. Somebody's got a hold of him. He spins out of that tackle. Now he's loose. He's at the 30-yard line. He dives down to keep it in bounds after he picked up the 1st down. Hayden Caney on the tackle. Boy, Oliver is just hard to get down.
Yeah, they had him back there by his jersey, but he's too tough of a guy for that as he spun out of that. Picks up the first down.
Plus
So
10,
North Decatur.
10 yards on the scamper. 5:30 left in the ball game. North Decatur still trails by 18 and in desperate need of a stop or a turnover, takeaway here. Oliver content to use all of the play clock, puts his man in motion. Give to the wing back, coming around the deep motion. Oh, he gets bent backwards on that knee. I think his knee survived it. Goodman, the carrier there.
Pick up of about 6 there on that play, maybe 7. Call it 6. Call it 7.
Call it 7. You can call it 6, call it 7. You know, the kids are going to go nuts over that low comment.
Right.
6, 7, I don't know what it means. Nobody knows what it means. I heard a bunch of college kids interviewed on that today. Nobody could tell them.
All right, so need a turnover here, Matt. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And I think you're going to see a heavy dose of minor run here. Be surprised if they take a stab down the field.
Smith in motion. The give is to Sparks, I believe. Sparks, the tailback that time. Sparks is, I think he stopped short.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down. Excuse me. Yeah, it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and about 2 feet. A full yard, mind you.
All right, 3rd and 1. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Russ Huber forward, 4th quarter. North Decatur down in this one, 38-20.
The stop is somewhat a necessity here.
Yeah, it is.
Got to get this minor offense.
I'd be surprised. I bet you number 2 will have a little something to say about
keep
this.
all the way. He's got his first down and then some. He's across midfield, down to the Chargers' 48-yard line. They moved the change. Just had a feeling number 13 might get the call there.
All right. Okay, so ball just across midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here.
North Decatur trying to get this minor offense off the field, and more importantly, without any points. Here's a give to Smith. Smith somehow wiggles out of traffic.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, we missed a couple tackles on that far side. Smith gets free, picks up 12 yards. Ball now on the Charger 37-yard line. And they have chewed 4 minutes of the remaining clock in the 4th quarter. They got the ball with 7 minutes to go from their own 20-yard line. Now we've just 5 ticks under 3 minutes left in the football game. This is the 7th play of the drive and a fresh set of downs from the Charger 37-yard line. In motion is Cottingham. No, that's not Cottingham. That is Goodman. I have a hard time with the dark red jerseys and the blue numbers. He picks up a chunk on that first down.
That's going to get 8 out of that. 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go here.
And they're just putting a drive together. 8th play of this drive ahead of them is a 2nd and 2 from the Charger 29-yard line. Oliver in the gun. The give is to Sparks. Sparks is fumbled the football. Who knows? There's a scrum on the field. And there's red and white jerseys all mixed up in that pile. I'm sure there's a heck of a tussle on the bottom of that pile for that football. White ball. Chargers come up with the fumble and the turnover. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. I didn't see you come out of that pile with it, did you?
I didn't, but it's a good stop there by the Charger defense.
The minor offense having a hard time closing out here. The frustrating turnover on down in the previous series caused by the Charger defense. And here's a lost fumble. North Decatur has the ball back. They trail by 18 with only 1:56 to go in the 4th quarter, though. You feel like time's against you unless something strikes quickly here. Fields back to pass. Continues to back up. Throws into double coverage on a hook route intended for
there was
Bryson Planet.
Yeah, Planet and Carter Gray were both over there. I think it was intended
Or intended.
Intended.
You could be intended.
I got to get it out. Intentional intended.
It was intentionally intended or intended.
Almost picked up by Gray, though, again. It would have been his second circus catch of the night.
Pass falls incomplete. 28-yard line. 1:50 left to play now. Now here's a give to Thackeray over the right-hand side. Thackeray's going to get about 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
All right, clock continues to run, though, here. Now North Decatur going to take a miracle here now, folks. 3 scores in 1:30. That's pretty doable, but the Chargers showing a little bit of resolve here in the fourth quarter here. Played competitively. Just too many big plays and too many timely penalties.
1:16 to go here, and slow to the line. North Decatur again hands off to Thackeray. Thackeray tries to bounce it to the outside. He's going to get brought down close to the line to gain. But we just burnt 58 seconds in 3 plays and moved the ball 9 yards.
We're going to give him the first down, but I think North Decatur here is well, they're going to run the receivers back on.
They're just not taking any shots down the field, and after that running play and running the play onto the field after they wound the clock, they're going to come to the line with 45 seconds left in this football game, trailing by 18.
We may take a shot here.
Well, they got 5 receivers set, finally set. Back to pass is Fields. Fields is going to throw an out route to the sideline. That's Eli Trinkamp. Pass complete for about 11 yards and another Charger first down. But now with only 31.9 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they're going to give him them underneath routes. Nice catch there by Trinkamp on the sideline. North Decatur moving the ball here. Probably getting a little bend but don't break defense here from
Sure of it.
Linton. But all right, so the Chargers going to split them out wide again. Murray here to the near sideline and a host of Chargers to the opposite. Oh, boy.
Boy, jailhouse break, and Matthew Fields gets absolutely pummeled. Got all of number 42 in his face.
That's probably going to be it, Matt. I doubt we run another play here.
A 250-pound linebacker. Matthew Fields got all of it. And that's probably going to be the end of the ball game. Wind it down. North Decatur is going to fall here tonight, 38-20 on the road at Linton Stockton. They line up to shake hands at midfield. That's the ball game. We'll come back with the post-game show right after this. You're listening to Charger Football on the Charger Broadcasting Network.
Make this the summer event at Acre Automotive. The 2026 models are rolling onto the lot, shiny, new, and ready for you. Stop in today and chat with our friendly sales team at 1407 North Lincoln Street in Greensburg, or give us a call at 812-663-8822. Acre Automotive, where your next adventure begins.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
All right, North Decatur just wraps up here against Linton Stockton on the road. They fall, first loss of the year. They move to 5-1. They lose to Linton 38-20. Tonight's post-game show is brought to you by Taft Furniture. Time to go home and get in a Lazy Boy, Chris.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, Taft Furniture has this area's largest selection of Lazy Boys. Score with a Lazy Boy.
Got a little bit of a drive first, though, Matt.
I know. I'd like to get in the Lazy Boy on the ride home. So, North Decatur didn't have the muster to overcome a really tough 2A, ranked top 10 2A Linton Stockton minor football team on homecoming on the road after the 2-hour bus ride over here. And it come down to Linton Stockton just more effective in putting drives together. They had 273 rushing yards and 19 first downs on the game. They threw the ball for double their average for the season at 151 yards. They amassed 424 yards. Flip side of the fence, North Decatur just unable to put drives together. 128 yards rushing, 75 yards passing on 9 of 15 passing, 203 total yards. Linton Stockton, time of possession was pretty equal. Linton Stockton 23 minutes, North Decatur 24 minutes. North Decatur 4 for 9 on third down. Linton Stockton 5 for 9. Credit the defense. They're late in the game of stiffening up and trying to get Linton Stockton off the field. And some frustration after a few of those drives from the quarterback Oliver, but nonetheless, it was 18 points short on the night. And like Chris said, lick your wounds and lessons learned, and you learn from it. That's how you grow.
That's right. You come down here and you play a really good team. You play a competitive game, and nothing to hang their heads about here. I'd like to see us play that a little bit crisper with less penalties, a lot of timely penalties that hurt us. And then, the separation in this too was the big play. How many attempts did they have throwing the ball?
Passing 4 for 5.
Yeah, so 5 attempts, 4 completions for how many yards?
151 yards.
Yeah, so you're looking at almost 40 yards on per completion, 30, 37 yards, 35 yards, somewhere in there. And, just can't have that. And, they get their 273 yards on the ground. This team, you're not going to stop them from running the ball. You got to contain them. And we didn't do a bad job of that. They got what they wanted when they got down inside the 5-yard line, I felt, on the middle runs. But, like Matt said, the well play tonight was that pitch to the outside. And I bet they got 150 of those yards or more probably on those pitches outside. And but credit to North Decatur. They come down here against a very good opponent and play a tough game. There was no going away in the fourth quarter. We probably played our best quarter of the game in the fourth quarter, and but they're going to come away short here tonight, 38-20, and a really good football game to watch. A lot of hard hitting out there on both sides of the field, and North Decatur going to take the 2.5 hour drive back up and fall a little short here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, it was a long bus trip. Lessons learned. I thought hopefully everybody comes away from this healthy. We'll keep an eye on Hunter Meister after he took that shot on that downfield pass and make sure everybody else goes home healthy. And we regroup next week. Chris, next week we've got
Eastern
Green and homecoming at North Decatur. We hope you all join us out there. For now, I think we're going to sign off and start the 2-hour trek home.
That sounds good to me.
Go home and get in your lazy boy. Thank you to Taft Furniture for this tonight's post-game sponsor. It's time to go home and get in the lazy boy, Chris. We're going to head that way. So on behalf of Chris Caney, I'm Matt Morris. Thank you all for watching and have a good night.